a hot mic.
It's a hot mic. Yeah. To answer your question though, Abe, no, I just opened the agenda right now.
I think the last thing I know about NHL was when we watched
the Frozen 4 or whatever it was.
Well, thank God we're tuning in because we're going to cover it.
That was something. It was something. Wait.
The four continents. There's four.
Four
nations.
The four nations. That kind of sounds very cool.
We covered the Canada winning, right? Or did we never?
I don't think we ever got. Yeah, that was the week.
Up to Canada and the USA in the final.
All right. Well, spoiler alert: when we get to hockey, Canada beat US.
And then for the NBA talk, are we going? We'll just get into it.
I'm assuming this is part of the episode, okay. So we'll get there. But yeah, ladies and gents, sorry, LD was traveling all last week, and then it was just a busy week this week coming back. Yeah, so it is unfortunately Friday night, so this will come out Saturday morning, but we are back, we are black, and we are white.
I'm a Mediterranean, though.
Yeah, we got all mixes. Jessica has yet to be on camera, but
super.
I'm hoping that the podcast
You can just imagine like Gal Gadot.
Yeah.
Mixed with Jessica Alba.
And Natalie Portman. I'm hoping the podcast gets big enough and then people are like pushing for a face reveal and then eventually we get it.
I'm going to have like...
I mean, we always give the people what they want.
Yeah.
Plastic surgery and a professional makeup artist, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
But by then we'll be making
Exactly.
enough.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. The growth has been grown.
I agree.
But yeah, no, we're back. I'm excited.
I like that sense.
My bad. We'll cut that.
Absolutely.
No, we won't.
We probably won't.
I'm excited to be back. Feels like we got to get some rust off, but I mean, all we usually do is talk, so we're just going to continue to talk.
Well, we were watching a bunch of Kill Tony, so now I feel like I'm on like the comedy thing.
Yeah.
I'm like ready to,
We watched the worst and the best of Kill Tony to prep for the show.
Yep, and let's go for the best. Because that worst was
it's very, very uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
I love the uncomfortable moments.
Well, we saw the Killers of Tony to start us off with some communication.
True.
We thought it was Kill Tony. Actually, we were working out. Luke, tell the story.
Yeah, I mean, my younger brother Alec, great guy. One of his friends got E. coli, which is hilarious.
Does he know the story?
No, but I'm going to tell it because this is going to be recorded. It's going to be posted forever. For the 30 viewers who watch this, you're going to love it.
But you can always go back and
find it. We can always clip this.
Yeah.
So go ahead. I'll name drop. I don't care.
No. I
he knows him.
Yeah, it's Adam.
No, he knows him. So Jack and Adam went to Morocco the past week.
The pictures look sick.
Yeah,
bro. They look like they had so much fun.
So they recorded a couple videos while they were there, so it could be a write-off, which is awesome. But anyway, long story short, Adam and Claudia and Julia a little bit, but mostly Adam and Claudia started having stomach problems while they were there.
Yeah.
And Jack went to the local market to try to get the medicine and was kind of doing his best to communicate, stomach ache, this and the other. Lady gives him this medicine. He goes, all right, I mean, what else do you want me to do? Like I did my best to communicate.
Yeah.
Seem to understand stomach, whatever. So he gives it to them. They're taking it. They're still...
not feeling well.
They are.
I think they're throwing up.
Yeah, they're projectiling out of both ends.
They almost like you food poisoning.
Yeah.
So anyway, the next day they're flying home. Yeah. So it's the end of the trip. They're flying home. Adam is in stomach in serious pain, still taking the medicine that Jack got in the bathroom now on the plane.
That's
projectile vomiting.
Yeah, that's rough.
Jack's looking at the medicine. And he's reading the ingredients now, and it's a laxative.
That's a YouTube video.
Yeah. So he's been making it so much worse. Dude, Adam is projectile vomiting, but also at the same time doing the other thing.
I feel like everybody's been there before.
But dude, on a plane, throwing up, and then felt a fart coming. Dude, he sharted all over the bathroom. While throwing up. So funny.
Feel free to fast forward if you don't like these
Please clip
stories.
that and send it to us. Dude, and it was Adam of all people. How funny is that?
They said Jack
I feel like Adam would own it though.
He's probably. I could see him turning around and laughing.
He stared
100%.
at it for 5 minutes because he said, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
He said it was 15 minutes. He's wiping down the door.
that is so foul.
Yeah.
I don't wish that on my worst enemy.
know, that's
to
what I
travel while
said.
being sick.
Yeah.
How terrible is that?
so awful.
So anyway, 2 days later was the Killers of Kill Tony show,
Yep,
and Jack
and we got in.
Jack invited Jessica and
Did
I.
you
because
poison?
It was
Adam.
It was Adam's birthday gift. Jack got him and Julia tickets, and then Adam and Claudia tickets, and then got 2 extra tickets for Adam because it was his birthday. Invite 2 people, and of course, of course, he invited Alec and Jesse, and so there were 2 extra tickets, and they asked us to come. We were at the gym at 6:30.
I think you poisoned them.
Yeah,
I think that's you. You texted Jack when he was in Morocco. He said, "Yo, that medicine you got, keep getting it."
I played with a kid. He was on Team France, but he was Moroccan. He lives in Morocco now. So I said, "Find these guys. Find the Becks." No, but anyway, so we went. It was hilarious, and hopefully Adam is feeling better.
Hopefully Adam's feeling better. Because like I said, I don't wish that on my worst enemy. Stomach issues are awful. I can't imagine what it's like to travel with that.
Dude, and Morocco, I mean, I don't know how long the flight is, but it's got to be 9-ish hours.
Yeah, I was going to say, but yeah.
Well, England is 6.
So
5.5,
a direct flight as well from Morocco to New York, I would say.
I would imagine, I think they flew out of JFK. But I mean,
Europe.
where are they going to connect? I guess
Somewhere
they could
Europe.
connect in England.
Europe's so close to Morocco. It's not a bad flight.
I don't know. But either way, it's not a short flight.
No. Yeah,
even if they connected in like Frankfurt or Paris or England, that's probably 3-4 hours from Morocco, and then 7 hours to.
And then you have to drive as well. Like New York's not that close.
Yeah. So feel bad, but I got to see an awesome show. It was so funny. But I guess we can dive into sports now. But comedy's part of the podcast.
We
too,
try,
so. Anyway, Jessica, do you want to kick us off? It's been a while, but I guess we got a top 5.
Honestly.
So I'll spin the wheel. I'm tired of editing this in, so just imagine the wheel spinning, please.
I'm doing it live. Let's see if we like it.
Live via satellite.
Dun, dun, dun.
I like how you always take us from the category and then to the thing, because there's only one wheel.
Don't like it. We're doing it again.
Yes.
Huge. We trust
Actually,
you.
It was probably a sick
Like, so good, and she didn't know it enough, and she wants to be a part of it, so she's like, no, next. Go ahead.
Oh my gosh.
Judge, jury, executioner over here.
Huge Marvel Rivals pull. Everyone should be playing that. All right. Did it go?
Or Skate's coming out.
Okay, fine. I'll choose this one.
All
right.
I mean,
No, but I'll read it. All right. This one says the top 5 most iconic last second wins.
Oh boy. That's very good.
I got one.
Give us like 30 seconds to a minute, maybe. I definitely have
last
one.
second wins. I feel like there's only like
definitely have
10
2.
moments.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
I have 3.
You have 3?
I feel like we can stretch it out a little bit.
Yeah. Let's say just like
Clutch shots. Yeah.
You know, I mean, last 2 minutes or so.
Okay. I got.
We ready to riff? Do you want to be a part of this?
Yeah.
Okay. We start with who? Me? You?
Well,
I think me.
I know my number one, so you can go first. So I got one.
I'll go first then.
Okay.
This is just the one that popped into my head immediately, but I don't know if it's the best one. I think it's one of the. You can't get much better.
Can you go?
Oh wow! I'm gonna go Villanova over UNC.
Of course you are. It's the only one I know.
Chris Jenkins buzzer beater against UNC in 2015-16.
Got you. I'm gonna go with even like the name sounds like this moment happened and then it kind of continuously happened over and over again. But Fergie time, which is Manchester United, I believe, Champions League final against Bayern, where they came back and they subbed on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in that final, and then he goes on and scores the winning goal for that Champions League year, maybe like 1990s. It might have been the semifinals.
Feels like Bayer Leverkusen time last year.
Bayer Leverkusen. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with my home team hoops as well. Well, not home team, but my favorite team.
But that Champions League game in particular,
yes.
Even though it could happen.
Yeah, that one. And then Fergie time in general is kind of that moment has lived on more than that one time. So,
Jessica,
I am going to go. It's going to be a backwards hometown thing.
okay.
When Kawhi Leonard.
Oh,
Did the
this is
double
disgusting,
doink,
Jess. I
triple
hate
doink.
you. I'm not
Wow.
talking to you the rest of the pod.
That's a great pull.
It's an amazing pull, but I hate that moment.
Wow.
I fell to the ground and I think I cried.
Dude, I was in shock.
I felt
Knowing where we're at now,
So did
that was
Embiid.
the peak.
Dude, I was standing and I was
Yeah.
watching the game and I just froze. I literally froze. I was like, this can't be happening.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's a great
It was like
pull,
3 or
Jess.
4 bounces.
That one hurt to pull.
We do
but
snake though, so you got to go again.
I'll have to go again.
Yeah.
All right, I'll go. Oh man, I actually don't know if that's last second. Okay. Let's do. Okay, what about? Help me out here. College football overtime.
Oh no. What a great pull.
Auburn, Alabama. Is that correct? All right.
The Iron Bowl.
Oh,
That came out of nowhere.
Auburn's going to win the football game. Holy
This is the
shit,
top
Jessica.
five.
Yeah.
The whole pod.
It's truthfully like in real time.
Yeah.
I felt like my
Jesus
opener was good, and now
She
I'm
shivers, bro.
Yeah,
I don't
Jessica.
even want to continue.
Yeah. This is brutal.
What?
Okay, well, you're up, Abe.
I know.
Jesus Christ.
So this isn't like one.
She took 1 and 2.
It's not like a buzzer beater, but 2013 NBA Finals. 2013 NBA Finals.
Oh, Ray
Heat
Allen?
versus Spurs. Yeah, the Ray Allen shot.
I know ball.
Bron misses the three. He wants it back, but it ends up in Chris Bosh gets the rebound crazily.
Yeah.
Ray Allen finds the 3-point line, sets his feet, looks at his feet, and just heaves it, and it goes in. Crazy comeback. So that was
on my list.
Yeah.
That was on my list. So it's a good pull. You stole one of mine.
Two.
Yeah, I know. I got 2. But I do just want to say before I do my 2, people shit on LeBron for that moment because Ray Allen made the shot.
But he hit the one before that. Yeah,
he did.
I got you.
You know
LeBron's
You know
stand.
ball. You know
Come
ball.
on,
You know ball. All right. I'm going to go Sergi Roberto's goal in Barcelona against PSG. I believe it was Neymar who chipped it over to him on a free kick. They ended up winning 6-1 away, and they needed to do that. We've talked about that game before on the podcast.
The remontada.
Yeah, incredible.
If you will.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. And then the next one I'll go with is going to have to be Miracle at the Meadowlands, which, of course, we've talked about also on this show. Deshaun Jackson. Honestly, that whole fourth quarter, or the last 5 minutes of that fourth quarter, not even the fourth quarter alone, was incredible all the way through. But just the cherry on top, with no seconds left, Deshaun Jackson runs it back, and we win the game. So those are my 2. I'm happy with those 2, but I'm still trembling from Jessica's moment there.
Yeah. Honestly, I love that you came up with football because I was going through my mind, like, what sport do I do now? And you just gave me an incredible moment. But this is the play that Malcolm Butler made in the Super Bowl against the Seattle Seahawks.
Wow.
Pete Carroll should have handed the ball off to Marshawn Beast Mode Lynch.
Indeed.
But he put the ball in Russell Wilson's hands, and he threw a pick six. Not a pick six, damn. Not a pick six, sorry.
Just a pick, end of the game.
Just a pick. And
Buzzer beater.
Buzzer beater. There it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, Malcolm Butler pick to win the Super Bowl.
Damn. This is such an electric moment.
Okay.
You're sneaking again, by the way.
Can she do it
I'm
again?
going to go. This is.
You look like you're stressing
I
over
can't
there.
tell you how difficult this is.
This is so hard. There's only been so many moments that we've talked about.
I'm going to have to go. We're going to go back into the Olympics. We're going to go to swimming, Michael Phelps. Right? That has to be some.
You have to tell us what swim it was because I can see it.
I mean, any of them, they're literally like, when he wins.
Yeah. No, because he smoked people, so that wasn't electric.
No. The one where they do the relays, right?
Oh,
God dang it.
Yeah.
He just looked over at me and went, the relay? I said, yeah, the relay. All right, yeah, the relay when he anchors it. And
what's his name? Yeah.
It's against France.
Yep. Oh, really?
Okay, what's your next one?
I don't. Whew. These are really.
Yeah. This is.
Yeah. I know in my heart, and I can't think of a game that there's a walk-off home run. Luke, help me.
No.
Be a team player.
Right.
I know it, and I can't think of.
How about Joe Carter?
Joseph.
Anti hometown hoops again for you. 1993.
I was literally not even born.
Toronto Blue Jays.
Mm-hmm.
He hit a walk-off home run to win the World Series against the Phillies.
And then Drake used it as
Ooh.
his cover art for a diss song to Meek Mills. That was
wow.
hard.
I don't know why. Just you should take that.
Yeah.
You can have it. I still don't have one. I'm gonna have to skip.
That's hers.
You
want me to have that?
Yeah,
Okay.
say it. So I
Toronto Blue
for the
Jays,
highlights.
Phillies walk-off home run. Jay Carter.
What year was that?
1993.
Okay, I got mine again. I lost it and then it came back to me.
Dang, Jesse, that's a fire pull. I can't believe I just pulled that for no reason.
So I'm gonna go with my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for number 3 because he came back after 3 days. Where did that go?
That's a huge comeback, buzzer beater shot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. People were worried for a sec there.
This is World Cup qualifying. The 3 Lions were about to not qualify for the World Cup. Thinking about the Beck stock. And Beck's hits a free kick from like 30 plus and just bangs it in to send them home, send them into the cup. So it's that's my spot right there.
It's so tough. I did not have that on my list, but that's such a good pull. I only have one right now. And I have to do 2 to finish my 5, right?
Yes. No.
Yeah, I have 3.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so I'll just start saying my first one. Hopefully a second one comes to mind. I'm going to say Aguero when Man City, Sergio Aguero scores in the 93rd minute to win the Premier League. All the City fans saw Manchester United win and go up 1 point, 2 points,
something,
whatever it was.
Yeah.
And so at the time, Man City was better on goal differential, but so the fact that Man United went above on points was the only way they could win, and they did. They literally had 1 minute to score a goal, and they did, and the whole crowd erupted because they could see that they had won the league. So I'll go with Aguero's last minute goal to win the Prem.
Aguero. The commentary is amazing.
Yeah. Balotelli's only assist, I think, in Premier League history for his career.
Really?
If not for that season. And it was accidental. Like he was getting pulled down and he kind of just like toe poked it right into a spot where Aguero was.
That's funny.
And then my last one is going to be Michael Jordan, I think, against the Utah Jazz Game 6 in the finals, the classic picture where
that's what I was thinking, and I didn't think that was last second, was it? Was it a buzzer beater?
It was a buzzer beater.
Oh, that's what because
it wasn't a buzzer beater.
No,
was it close enough to count for this?
It was the last shot that he took as a Bull before he retired.
And then
what was it like in the last 2 minutes or so?
It was the last like 6 seconds. Like,
okay.
The Jazz got the 1 possession back,
and they didn't score.
Yeah, I think they turned it over.
Okay, yeah, all right, I'm counting that.
Yeah, 100%.
The picture.
I know the picture.
All right, that's my 5. I'm happy with my 5.
I think we've said this moment before, but again, it's soccer. It's Watford in the championship for England. The other team was gifted a penalty, and they thought they were going to lose the game.
And it was for promotion.
Yeah, no, this was actually the semifinals. So it wasn't actually the final to get promotion, but it was the semifinals, like the playoffs for promotion.
Do you know this story?
Gifted a penalty.
Listen to this.
And it's a tie game. Watford needs to win the game, and they're thinking they're going to go down 1, and they're already in stoppage time. But the other team's gifted a penalty. They miss it, or the goalie saves it. Goalie saves it. The play continues on, and like they push the ball upfield, and it keeps on going. And then like I think someone just crossed it, or like, it was like a lazy cross, or like a defender had like a bad clearance. And Jordan comes out of nowhere and scores it. Takes his shirt off, runs into the crowd. It's literally the last moment.
Yeah, I mean it's a 2-point swing, and in soccer, I mean in basketball, you see that happen. Like whatever, 3-point swing, but soccer, like you have a penalty to win the game in the last minute. You take it. Goalie saves it, kicks it out the right back, takes it all the way down, crosses it, header in. You end up scoring, and now you're in the finals for promotion to the Premier League. Unreal. Yeah, it's a great.
And then they actually did go on to win promotion to the Premier League, which was sick.
All right, Jessica, your last and final.
Yeah, I want to say that I think we probably missed like some really cool golf ones and tennis, but I can't think of them.
Yeah.
So
I can. Oh my god, I can.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Sorry.
Very interesting sounds.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna have to go with the only one that's popping to my mind right now, which Avery, I know you know this one with me. Again, we're back in the Olympics. I think it was Australia, USA rugby. The last play of the game when she, for USA, I think we were.
So this is women's rugby?
It was women's rugby when what's her face got big from it. Yeah.
Meyer?
They had a crazy, they had the crazy, like, literal, like, no regulation time.
Mm-hmm.
And they scored and won. They were down by that many points. I can't remember exactly how rugby works. I think actually if we go back to like episode 1, 2, or 3, I say the same thing.
Yeah.
Do you remember that, Luke?
I do remember that, and it was
like
it's not like they were
clip.
Close. And I think like as long as you keep it alive,
right?
And there's
Australia
no like
won. They were on the
whatever the hell they call it. Like
so
you
technically
can play with zero time.
When the clock was on 0, USA was not in the league.
And obviously Australian rugby, I think, is like
Australia's great, and New Zealand,
yeah,
which is right next to Australia. Yeah, that's great. Great top 5, man. Can't wait to go edit that one back. That one will be published on Instagram.
I feel like there's golf ones. Like I can.
There
see
is. I have
which
it.
one.
So
like,
quick honorable mention.
Younger?
Yeah, no. Tiger hits this flop shot out of the rough, and the commentator says like he'd be lucky to even get this one close, and he flops it, and it's like 20 feet above the hole, or like to the right of the hole, I guess, depending on where you're standing, and he like skips it up, and then it stops. So the hole's over here. And he hits it out of the rough here, and then it rolls. And you've probably seen this. Nike used it as a commercial.
Is that the one where like the Nike on the ball?
He had red on.
And that's a huge. It's a huge hole out. Like it wasn't like it's the second hole on the first day. It was like a big time shot. And the final spin shows the Nike symbol.
Oh, yeah.
And then it falls in.
Dude, that ad is unbelievable.
Yeah,
I thought that was an ad.
No, it was real.
It's real life. It happened.
No, it's
like
real.
It's such a marketing moment that it's insane.
Yeah. So that's definitely the golf one. Tennis is tough. I don't know.
Yeah, like Carlos Alvarez when he was younger beating.
Yeah, but if he whooped his butt, then it was not clutch.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was in the beginning.
Tennis is hard to do.
What about
right? Unless you were down 2 sets.
Serena Williams coming into the.
But again, like there might be great upsets or great games, but I don't know how to judge last second wins.
Yeah. Like I said, it would have to be you're down 2. Like it'd be like.
But what about the people who went for like a day?
Yeah, the 2 days.
The marathon
2 days.
Isner and the French bloke. Yeah, I mean, I guess the last set it was super clutch. It was like 72-71.
Crazy.
That was the last set, and you're supposed to win like 6-4.
Yeah. Got to win by 2 though.
Cool.
Love them rules.
Yeah. Well, I guess we can get to the agenda then, right?
Yeah.
Talk some sports.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get the rust off. Abe, you want to kick us off? I think we talk NBA now. NBA is starting to really juice up.
The swing of things. It's happening. It's all happening right now.
Yeah, we got 20.
Should we do a silence moment for the Sixers?
No.
Okay.
We're gonna talk. We'll talk about them.
We will, but we are not a Philadelphia podcast. We were worldwide sports.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
So
anyway, we're 62 games in or so. So about 20 games left. So the season is heating up. MVP talk is pretty legit at this point.
Yep.
And playoff seeding is starting to get hot.
Yes, sirski.
So what do you got for
I'm starting to get locked into these games. And if I miss the games, I'm watching the highlights on YouTube. With the trade deadline, Luka moving. You've got Jimmy Butler going to the Warriors. You've got a couple other moves that I want to talk about. But there are a few teams that I just want to call out first, and those will be the 2 leaders on each conference. So I just want to say OKC. To me, they have the MVP. I think it's without a doubt, without question, Shai
Gilgeous.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, averaging 32 a game. Just really ridiculous this year's numbers, his output. I think he's the most valuable player in the NBA this year, the best player for his team, and he's on the best team. And then on the East side, Cleveland. I'm loving what they're doing. Donovan Mitchell,
52-10.
Yeah, they're on a 12-game win streak at the moment. They're playing tonight. I'm not sure if they've kicked off, but they're going for 13 straight. So they're playing absolutely incredible. I love what they did at the deadline though, because as I was saying on the podcast earlier, both their guards they cap out at 6'4". Donovan Mitchell 6'4". Garland's a little bit smaller than that, so they're smaller guards. What they did at the deadline, they got DeAndre Hunter from the Atlanta Hawks.
Yep.
He's a 6'7", 6'8" defender, can score. I think he's averaging like 16 a game with them with Cleveland. I love what they've done. I love their team. They're very young. They're very fun. So I just wanted to shout out to both of those teams.
Yeah. I love that you did that because I have comments on both of those things. I'll start with the, I think, shorter conversation, and that's going to be Cleveland. So we mentioned when this podcast was kicking off, the NBA was like a couple months out. So when the NBA did kick off, we were right there running with it. I'll be honest, we didn't really believe in the Cavs, not in a sense that like they wouldn't win in the regular season, but they felt like the Toronto Raptors.
I mean, what are your thoughts now? Are you
so that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
That's I'm trying to be honest and transparent to the people. Are you taking the Cavaliers over the Celtics in a 7-game series right now? Because
No.
I'm not.
No, I'm not. I'm not either. Because they're very youthful. I mean, Donovan Mitchell has got tons of experience with the Jazz being in playoff moments, but the rest of the team doesn't have that experience. And I will take experience. Like I need to see players do it one time at least, and then I'll give them credit for it. But they have the opportunity to do it, but at the moment, I would give Boston Celtics the edge in that matchup.
Let's not overthink the youth, though. Like, let's just say, like, team to team, because the OKC Thunder are youthful too. I don't think you'd have the same answer.
I do have the same answer.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, then we'll get to that in a second. But the Cavs, kudos to them. Hats off to them. I'm rooting for them in many matchups, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But for whatever reason, still feel like Minnesota Vikings type of team,
type of vibes,
Tottenham type of team.
Just a regular season, like they're incredible for the entirety of 82 games, but when it's time to get to the nitty gritty,
like Tottenham can come in second, third, fourth in the Prem, but you're really gonna put money on them in the Champions League? No. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Then we're kind of on the same page. So my money's on the Boston Celtics out of the East until somebody proves me otherwise.
Even the Bucks have looked really good too.
Yeah,
I mean, I looked at their record. They're sitting at 36-25, 11 games above 500, winners of the in-season tournament.
Yeah.
Giannis just crossed 30,000 points in his career. So like
30,000?
Yeah.
You're lying.
Maybe 20,000.
No, 20. That's got to be 20.
20,000. They said I'm definitely getting 30,000.
Yeah. 30 would be nuts. He'd be LeBron. LeBron just got to 40. No, he got to 50. No, 40.
50 all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
No, the Bucks. You're right about the Bucks because I actually just did some trivia with the housemates, meaning my wife and Alex.
Yeah,
and we were talking about the top 10 points per game leaders. 20.
Yeah.
We were talking about the top 10 points per game leaders in the NBA
this season.
Okay, and
that's my trivia.
Is it
for the all time though?
Okay, I would love to have done that with you, but whatever, waste of time. But long story short, Giannis is number 2.
I just looked at his numbers, 30 points.
30, yeah, over 30. And Dame was 10th at like 25.6 or something like that.
He's 10th?
Yeah.
You sure?
I swear, yeah.
100. Okay, I thought that Kevin Durant and Devin Booker were the only 2 teammates that were in the top 10.
Those 2 are also
in the top 10.
But they're like 5 and 7 or something like that.
6 and 9, I think.
All right, whatever. Nickel and diamond. I mean, maybe I saw it 2 days after you.
Yeah.
Maybe my numbers are more up to date.
Maybe.
Or maybe yours are.
Yeah.
Anyway, that all just to say Dame is hovering around top 10 and Giannis is number 2. So that, they have 2 legitimate players. I think people have doubted Dame for good reason. I mean,
last season, like he was getting acclimated to being a Milwaukee Bucks player, and I didn't think he had his best season, but this season he looks a little bit different. Like, he looks like he's more back to the Dame that we're used to.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Enough about the East and the Cavs and their competitors.
But wait,
there's more. All right. What?
That's 2 top 75 NBA players of all time, Dame and Giannis as well.
Yeah. I mean, yes, but I think people would always give Dame credit for what he was. They just thought it was over.
Fair enough.
Okay. So then you mentioned SGA, bar none, absolute MVP.
Yeah.
Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
The one thing I can give to SGA is his consistency is incredible, right? Like we see averages 32 a game or whatever it is. But like, I think a lot of times when people end up that way, it's because they have, I don't know, let's say 260 bombs, 350 bombs, and like 1540 bombs. This dude actually scores 32 points a game.
Yeah.
And then sneaks in a couple 28s and a couple 50s. That being said, and I'm not one to compare, because your Lamar Jackson take, I always say that doesn't matter. But you say, well, Lamar's MVP season last year was worse way worse than this year's. And I don't. It doesn't matter. It only matters about that year and who you're comparing him to in the MVP race, which I still believe that. But what I will say is Jokic, I don't think we should forget about him because he has 3 MVPs already.
The highest PR in the modern era.
Yeah, this year is better than all of those MVPs.
Yeah, 1000%.
And again, like I just said, it doesn't matter because if someone else is better than all of those MVPs and the year he's having, then that person's the most valuable player. But Jokic's plus minus when he's on the court versus off the court is, I think, historically the biggest difference we've ever seen. Now, it's tough for SGA because he's on a good team. So it's like, okay, I'm off the court.
Jokic is on a good team, too. They're top 4 in the West.
But it's because he's on it.
Yeah.
Like, when my point was going to be
outside,
when SGA is off the court, was he supposed to root against his team so that he wins MVP? Right. It's like, no, they're still good because their GM is incredible and they still have incredible amounts of draft stock. The OKC Thunder, they're high now. I was going to say buy low, but buy high now. Like, they're going to keep growing. Unless they catastrophically blow it up.
Which happened with Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden.
Actually,
so
you're right.
We've seen this before.
Yeah. But all that to say, I don't know if Jokic isn't the MVP again. I'm anti voter fatigue. So, like, because of LeBron, like, I believe LeBron deserves more than 4 MVPs.
Yeah.
And
so you're just you're staying consistent with that. Like, if they're the best player numbers wise, and like it.
Not numbers. I mean, yes, numbers wise. It is because he's averaging
and
he's 30-point triple double.
Yeah.
Not like, that's not nothing, but also
it's ridiculous.
Like we can say numbers wise, but also contributing to wins. Like it is the intangibles. Like the plus minus is incredible. It's like plus in the 20s when he's on the court and -8 when he's off. It's incredible.
He's unreal. Like I love Jokic. He could win an MVP this year, but for me, I would give it to Shea because of the record as well. I mean,
is Shea better this year than he was last year?
Yeah,
he is,
and the team's better as well. They're 51-11. I mean, the Nuggets are still 40-22. That's nothing to sneeze at.
No,
like it's ridiculous. They're 3rd in the West right now. Jokic, he could be up there for MVP. I mean, his numbers say it all. His team record says it all. But it's about feel as well, a little bit.
Yeah,
and Shea just feels like the MVP. Like as you said, points do matter.
So that's an interesting thing.
Every single night.
That's an interesting thing about the feel. We're gonna segue here, but I think we've said enough about the MVP stuff. We had our opinion. So you said you feel like Shea should win. I don't necessarily disagree. I just wanted to make sure that people understood Jokic is having an more than historic year.
Yes,
like maybe the best year ever.
He's having his best year, and he's got 2 or 3 MVPs already.
Yeah. So, but. We talk about Shea, and I've seen a lot of memes and posts about his aura and how that helps, how great he is. And it's not untrue, right? Like being cool is cool.
For sure.
And that Jason Tatum has none. but I've seen like if you look at the track record, you have one first team All-Rookie, Rookie of the Year, 5-time All-NBA, 6-time All-Star, 1-time NBA champion, all this stuff
on paper.
And then you have the other guy, 2-time All-Star, end of list. And then you have like their statistics over time. And again, spoiler alert, Tatum's are better. And he's also the same age, or he might be younger than Shea actually. Because Shea wasn't drafted to the Thunder. He played a couple years elsewhere.
For the Clippers,
Yeah.
But the Clippers traded him.
So anyway, it's like it bums me out a little bit. I'm not a big Jason Tatum fan necessarily, and I actually do I think Shea is cool. And again, I just mentioned like being cool is cool. That matters. But it does bum me out a little bit to see that track record and then to see Shea's recent success and like sponsor with Skims. Whatever it is, and it's like, oh, he's the man. And I just like feel for Jason Tatum sitting there, like I've been better than this guy forever, and I'm maybe having slightly worse of a season this year. He's number 1 MVP, I'm number 5, and now I'm a loser.
Right. It does suck for Jason Tatum at points because he's got Jaylen Brown in the same front court as him, who's
And he's
almost
still
on the
doing
same
it.
level as Jason Tatum. I would say Jason Tatum is probably a little bit better of a player than Jaylen Brown. But
and by the way, he's got 2 other players that just dropped 40 each in one game.
Yeah.
Neither of which were Tatum and Brown.
Peyton Pritchard and
Derek White.
Yeah. So the team,
we know ball.
He loses the benefit of having a great. I can't even say that because OKC's great this year as well. I don't even know what it is. I would say he's got more name or household name players in his team than Shea does. So it feels like Shea,
Drew Holiday, Porzingis. We haven't even named those guys yet.
Right. It feels like Shea is doing so much more, even though he's got great teammates, got a great coach, but it just feels like he's doing more than what Tatum is, and his numbers are a little bit better.
And maybe he is cooler, and that's fine. I'm just saying. I just want to bring it up. Like, it is a shame. They're the same age. Tatum has been since his 20-year-old season has been incredible. Shea might be the best player in the NBA today, but like, come on.
Let me tell you something though. Life's not fair.
Life's not fair.
But he's got a championship, so there's nothing to complain about. Like, he's still winning at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just for his own pride and ego.
Yeah.
Like,
you want
humanity. If I'd be sitting on my couch and I'd be like, F this Shea. Right. What? I'm Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
I've been doing what he's doing.
I'm averaging 27 for the last 7 years. Like, what's going on?
Since I was a teenager.
Yeah.
All right. Enough about the good teams. No, we'll keep talking about the good teams. I wanted to jump down to the bottom, but let's talk Lakers.
Let's talk Lakers and Warriors. Lakers and Warriors.
Yeah,
for sure.
so 2 major moves for both of those teams.
They're
obviously iconic franchises. Luka Doncic to the Lakers and Jimmy Butler to the Warriors. Both teams very happy with those moves.
Absolutely.
The Lakers, I don't know the record, but I think they're something like 8-2 since the Doncic trade.
I want to say so. Something like that.
They just went. LeBron and Doncic. What was
they're sitting in the number 2 slot in the West
in
right
the West.
Now.
They're 2 in the West, which is nuts.
Yeah.
Doncic and LeBron just back-to-back game went triple-double together, and then they went each for 30 and like something along the lines of 8 and 8. Not exactly 8 and 8, but like whatever, 7 and 9 and 9 and 7. I don't know what it was. So they're really starting to click. Doncic had a little bit of not rust to get off, but just
he
hadn't maybe
in a while.
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah,
he's dealing with a calf injury before the trade, and like he's still trying to get into shape.
That's true. So maybe some rust,
for sure.
But so he wasn't scoring as much, but he had a 19-point triple-double against the Mavericks. So like he's still playing well. Can't complain with that. But it looks like right now they're really starting to click.
Mm-hmm.
In outside conversation from this podcast and the agenda, you've mentioned JJ Redick's coaching. I'll be honest.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe it's I don't know enough about basketball. I want to believe I can recognize good coaching when I see it in whether it's football or baseball.
Any sport, yeah. Like you
or
understand
even soccer,
this guy knows X and O's, knows how to communicate with his players, whatever the case may be.
But what is it about Redick that you particularly see for you to say that for no reason?
So the first thing that I would say is because he had never held the high level coach. Like I think he coached his sons. That's the most he's ever coached at any level. Yeah. And I was like, there's no way that this can work if he's just jumping from coaching 6th grade boys to coaching the best players in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, there's just no shot. Like
that's the dream. That's like what we think we could do.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're going to go coach high school and then we're going to sign with like the union.
There's no ramp up period. It was just like, you're getting thrown to the wolves. But he's just like an absolute psychopath in the X's and O's and understanding, how players work and like what they feed off of and just like knowing where to put his players and how to make them more successful.
Well, the defense has been good, which is very coach forward. I would imagine
the defense has been good. I think, like you said, LeBron James has been playing at like an MVP level or a defensive player or all defensive team level for the last 6 weeks or whatever it was. And like, he really has been because he's locked in, like he's engaged with the team. Like he trusts the coach that much where he's like, I'm going to lay everything that I have in my 40-year-old body and just play the best defense, the best basketball that I can. But like I said, like I did not think he would be this good this early. And it just makes you look at what they had with Darvin Ham last year and, most of the same team, except until
maybe
the trade
better.
this year.
Well, I mean, Doncic, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Until the trade, but they were still playing really well before the trade, and like everybody was engaged, and like maybe it's just fresh air. Players needed a new person, in their ear, giving them whatever it is to be successful. But JJ Redick, I'll give him the credit for it because I did not think he would do this well, but he's been amazing this year.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I mean, I said it as a joke, but like that's something that I to some extent dream, like I've coached high school baseball, and I've had an opportunity to watch kids that sucked and turn them into good players.
Yeah.
And it's really cool and satisfying.
Very rewarding for
So
sure.
you're like, oh well, why? I mean, I guess I could take a good player and make him great.
Mhm.
And JJ, I mean, he went from high school coaching or
Like
maybe
middle school,
middle school
like younger than
coaching
that.
to a podcast with LeBron to coaching the Lakers.
Yeah.
And he's, I mean, he obviously
he had a 16-year NBA career.
Yeah,
like,
he played at Duke.
one of the best players in college basketball history.
Yeah.
Like, it speaks for itself. But
Along those lines, though, I just saw a stat. I actually posted it to the Instagram. I don't know if you saw it, but it said JJ Redick and Duke, LeBron James stats, 27, 7, and 7. And then it was JJ Redick first, 5 years, LeBron stats, 27, 7, and 7, all the way down to now.
JJ retired.
Just like JJ retired coaching LeBron stats, 25, 9, and 8. So it was like era after era of, so anyway, Luka Doncic, that project is going well in LA, and the Jimmy Butler project in Golden State is also going well. They are 10-2 in their last 12. Curry, I don't know, you have here he hit 12 threes against the Magic.
Yeah, the Magic, yeah.
So that happened. I don't know if this was the same game, but he just dropped 40 last night. Yeah, so Curry's going crazy. I think it's probably likely because somebody's, they need an extra body on Jimmy, because Jimmy was 7 for 13 and dropped 26. And so he's also a problem.
7 for 13 and 26?
Yeah.
Dude, that's not that many shots. That's efficient as hell.
Yeah.
He's 26.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So that chemistry is working out. I feel like
just a dog.
It was bound to work out. Yeah. And I mean, Curry is a humble guy, and Draymond is going to respect someone who works hard like Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy's kind of like in between those two, I feel like. Like Draymond's a weirdo, hardo guy, and Jimmy's cooler than that. And
he's got a little bit more skill, I would say, where he can score the ball.
Well, and then Curry's like overly skilled and cool, where he's like, whatever, I'll play with anybody. I'm the best player on the court. Who cares?
I think it was just like an injection of just like energy to that franchise. It was just like something had to be shaken up, and Jimmy was like the perfect catalyst to fit in there, because like he just wants to win. Like, he's done everything. He's made it so close, NBA Finals twice. He literally just wants to win. It didn't work out with him in Miami, and he's just there to win. And this franchise has won the most in this past decade. So like, he's in the right spot. They're at a little bit of an advanced age, but like they're meshing immediately. And these playoffs are going to be so fun. Like, there's so many good teams out there in the West.
Storylines.
Yeah.
You weren't even done the storylines. The next one's the best one.
I can't. Can we move into it?
Yeah.
Do we need a special guest for this section of the pod?
Yeah, let's segue right into the next section. So from teams that are loving their trade scenarios and their season so far to teams that maybe are having a little bit less success in their recent trade history, we're going to segue over to the Dallas Mavericks, where unfortunately, we talked about this. AD was having an incredible first game. He had 36 points, 16 rebounds through 3 quarters. And then he gets hurt. And it's a little bit vague about his timeline. It's definitely a few weeks. I don't know if he's going to return this season.
I don't know. What's the point?
Yeah, no reason to now. And I'm alluding to the fact that Kyrie Irving, their 31-year-old superstar who has played ridiculous amount of minutes in the past 2 months since Luka's been hurt and traded, has torn his ACL, and he's out for the season.
That hurt me, bro.
And so
that hurt me so bad.
Not only did they give up assets to acquire Anthony Davis, which included their best player, but the duo that they were in theory hoping could replace Luka and work well together are both out for the season.
Well, maybe not AD. AD may come back.
But to your point, what's the point?
They're still in playoff contention. They're in the play-in at the moment. But if AD sits out for more games, there's 20 or so games left, that might spark some trouble. They might not make the play-in.
Yeah. And I mean, with all this being said, I think it's only right that, I mean, and let's talk Nico Harrison. Let's talk, Mark Cuban, everything. Mm-hmm. It's only right to bring in a Dallas Mavericks fan.
100%.
So, we'll keep his name off the record just in case, but let's just call him Mavs fan 69. What are your thoughts right now on the state of the Mavericks?
It's embarrassing, friends.
Wow.
It's embarrassing. I came to the season thinking we would have a great season. We went to the finals last year.
Right.
We took the Celtics to what, 6 games?
We being the Mavericks and Luka Doncic.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm a huge fan. So, yes, we being the Dallas Mavericks, we took them to 6 games. So I thought, okay, we get some pieces. We signed Najee Marshall. We signed Dante Exum again. So I thought we'd probably make it back to the NBA Finals. Then Nico Harrison has his butt buddies with Anthony Davis, and they decide to join teams and screw Luka. So for me, dude, it's very embarrassing. They also increased ticket sales as well.
Yeah, the price of tickets. They raised the price of tickets.
Really?
Yes. But this may have been before the trade, though. Coming into it, was it before the trade? Or you're not sure.
I mean, it's probably a nice storyline to add to.
No, so
before
they were planning to increase the sales, and then they decided to do it.
Yeah. Statistically, they have the best fans in the NBA.
I was going to say that I saw this thing where it's like the average attendance throughout all the NBA stadiums. Like the Mavs were number 1, the Sixers were number two, and I don't know who the rest was.
Well, that's what the post was about that I saw at least was how can the Sixers be number 2, which was like kudos to Sixers fans. But I was like, whoa, Mavs are number 1 and they're ruining the franchise.
I was going to say, though, it might be because of this different stadium sizes. So the Mavs stadium might be a lot bigger than the Sixers stadium, and they might get more fans on average. But it was crazy to see that. Like, I didn't expect the Mavs to be 1 or the Sixers to be number 2. I would think it'd be like the Warriors and like the Lakers or something like that. But,
oh, yeah, for sure. Well, maybe not the Lakers or the Celtics or the Knicks.
Cool. Yeah.
The Warriors, like San Francisco fans are shaky.
I mean,
it's like Florida fans, like the Heat. Like the Heat are a great team.
Beautiful though. It's brand new, and your team's pretty good. I mean,
I just know like San Francisco 49er fans are weak.
Yeah,
and so I went to
do in California.
Yeah, apparently there's like a wine bar at the Niners stadium because it's like always bougie, white.
Yeah.
Because they have a lot of money at the vet.
A prison?
Yeah, they have a prison.
That just shows you the polarity between
like so that prisoners could watch the game.
No. It's like people get drunk and they get sent to the drunk tank,
but they get to still watch.
No.
Can you imagine your TV's maybe,
dude? Hey, you paid for your ticket.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's lighten it up because I know Alex is going to love this topic. Joel Embiid just, I believe, missed his 400th game as a Sixer.
Bust.
Not a bust.
He's definitely not a bust. Won an MVP.
Win a championship.
Should have, but
not a championship.
Should have, could have, guys.
Tobias Harris.
I mean, we didn't really get that close. So we didn't even get to a conference finals with Embiid.
But greatest Sixer of all time outside of AI and Doc, probably, maybe better. I mean, whatever. Anyway, but 400 might be an exaggeration, but we don't fact check on this.
He's played in less than 50% of the games that he's eligible to play for.
Yeah, I believe he's made like $140 million on games that he has not played.
A lot of money as well.
Yeah, it's a shame. Contract. He's an all-time player when he plays.
Yes,
he's just a 7-foot Great Dane that walks around and
what a great comparison!
And
man.
Gets hurt all the time. They short-lived creatures.
For the guys who don't like dogs, Great Danes do not live long. So that was a great analogy.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like Greg Oden, that dude never even made it to an All-Star.
That's a real bust.
Yeah, but Embiid is not in the same category.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, as a big man, Yao Ming injury, Shaq is an incredible specimen. The fact that Shaq played, how long did he play? Jamie, can you look that up? Years. How many years did Shaq play?
I'll say 15.
New producer.
Jessica got a 10.
Jessica got a 10. Yeah. She's been working out.
Unfortunately, the previous Jamie does not charge any of her electronics, so
it's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great.
Surprise.
You trying to look up how many years Shaq played? But Shaq was 7'2", 360 pounds. So I mean, listen, none of us are that. It sucks because he's so good.
19 seasons. God damn. He was stretching it out. He played like half the NBA. Still 19 years is crazy.
Anyway, all that to say, shout out Shaq. Is that really what I was saying? Why did I say
all that? Embiid and Shaq.
All that was not to say shout out Shaq.
It was to compare him to Embiid.
I mean, to some extent, I guess, but whatever. And, I mean, it sucks. Embiid's a big man. It's so weird. It's their job. Imagine they could bet on us. Luke's gonna have more than 3 hours of screen time. Always take the under. Always take the under. By the way, for LD. But it's just it's their job.
Yeah.
And like he doesn't want to be hurt. It sucks ass.
It sucks.
But like we're fans, so we're passionate, so it's annoying, and we say like you're worthless. But it's like imagine like we all played sports here, and when we got hurt, we were pissed. So Anthony Rendon for the Angels, who's played no more than 60 games a year since 2020, and he's been paid $40 million a year. Mm-hmm. He might be chilling. He might not care that much. That's a pretty good life. But I mean, no. But seriously, like, you think he wants to do that? It's such a weird conundrum as an adult now.
The thing with Embiid that makes it really frustrating for me is, and you guys, especially you, Luke. I don't think I've told you about this, but with him, you're a 7-foot god. Sorry, God. You're a 7-foot freak, man, and you don't take care of your body. Like,
you don't think that's why not?
Like, what do you?
He was eating cheeseburgers before a game.
That was 10 years ago.
He's doing that now.
He's been in the league for 9 years.
I think he's grown up. Like, look at Jokic. Jokic is not a freak. Like,
Jokic is grown up. This dude hates the NBA,
dude. But he takes it seriously as his job. I'm sure he takes his nutrition seriously. He's lost a lot of weight. His footwork, like.
Dude, it's all optics though. Like
my thing
is,
but there's nothing about
outside of the NBA.
There's nothing about
you see Embiid outside the NBA.
But I see Jokic on the court, so that means he's taking care of himself, right? Jokic is just big. And probably,
it could be just down the luck though. You really don't know.
Dude, if you looked at them naked.
Hey, who's
looking better? Who's looking better?
I mean, Embiid got this wrong. But
yeah, he's snapping kneecaps. No. If they're wearing underwear only,
they're wearing skins.
I don't think you. Yeah, if they're wearing skins. Yeah, I don't think you're looking at Jokic and being like, "That's the athlete."
No, I'm not even saying like the way you look, but the way you take care of your body. Like, granted, if you're 7 foot and over 250,
it's hard.
It's hard to stay healthy, but. Think about all the other 7-footers in the league that are.
Dude, I've been on that couch right there.
Yeah.
And Embiid gets elbowed in the face. And you go, it's like, he's playing on an injured knee right now, trying to bust it for his.
For me, it's like even before that, like we all played sports in high school.
Yeah,
right? I didn't.
All right, whatever.
No, sports.
Like we all know about preparation and taking care of your body, and I think from the small sample size that he's given me, and just
Mike and Ike's hooking up Abe.
My dog. Look at my boy. Who the boy from the Seahawks? No, the boy from the Seahawks.
DK. Yeah.
DK.
Come on, dude. Look at the skin
color.
That's
a different breed.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. He's darker than Embiid. He's different breed. He's Ghanaian.
but you can't just get away with it all the time. And I think so. To my point.
I mean, you want us to hate him.
We should be upset with him because he didn't. As an athlete, you should take care of your body.
Don't we this? You're not don't Sixers thing.
I'm an NBA fan. I like to see good sports.
Yeah. I think he gets a bad rap, and he may not take care of his body, but like I just think the optics aren't that great for him. But I feel like he does his training, like he gets prepared, like he's school. Whenever he's on the court, he performs. Even with his injury, like he's still averaging, I think it was like 20 a game this season. And he's hobbled on the court. Like
he's more.
The talent is crazy, but like he's just been unlucky, and maybe it's a little bit on him. But like I just think these injuries just took over.
I just feel like it was. I mean, I don't want to like over defend him because I totally see what you're saying. But, like imagine it was you sitting at home right now. 9 years into your career, you won an MVP. You know how good your generational talent, and every time you stand up, your knee like collapses, or someone else. And then you go on social media or you listen to sideline banter.
He doesn't care about sports.
And some guys like, he's a loser. He's got a huge schlong, but he's a loser.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. Listen, I think some of what you're saying is valid
for sure.
It is. Like, there are people like James Harden, Allen Iverson, Antoine Walker, who don't take advantage of the opportunity they're given.
Great point, Antoine Walker. Wow.
And they go out partying, and they lose their money, and they thank God they had a lawyer that saved 50 grand for them for when they turned 50. I don't really feel like Embiid is that kind of guy. Like, he's had this woman in his life for a long time. He has a kid that he loves. And, like, I don't know. He seems like a good dude.
Some players just have that.
Oh, my God. I can't
People like LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, they had that little X factor. And that's probably why he hasn't gotten to that. Because he's happy being an MVP and being jovial.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Jimmy does. Like,
well, listen, we're Philadelphia fans. But Jimmy loves Embiid, and Embiid loves Jimmy.
Yeah.
They both had a problem with Ben
and the coach
and the coach. Yeah. That's the thing. It's like I feel bad for Embiid to some extent because I think when they put him on the program earlier this year, from some reports I heard was like he was bummed about it, but he's like, listen, that's what the team wants for me to be healthy. I'm ineligible to win MVP, but I'll be available for the playoffs. Fine. And now it's like, oh, he's got season-ending surgery.
Yeah,
And
I
he's
feel
probably
bad
sitting
for him.
there like, Jesus, I could have been playing, in my opinion, but I didn't because the team, whatever. So I don't know. And I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong. I'm just saying it's possible. Like, we look at sports as this, like, different thing that they are not human. And
It's
like, remember how much fun we had
gladiators,
playing?
dude. It's kind of like Romans was watching the gladiators fight.
Yeah, we're pissed at this dude just come on. Don't die to a tiger.
I bet a whole loaf on you, bro.
Yeah.
A whole loop.
Last thing for NBA, Abe, you have Phoenix Suns here. I'll let you talk
Phoenix
about
Suns. I think they're gonna be the biggest beneficiary of the Dallas Mavericks downfall. They're sitting in the 12th spot right now, I believe it is in the West.
Dude, he's still sitting right now.
Yeah, man.
I know.
I tried to
They're sitting
segue.
in the 11th spot. Dallas is in 10. Sitting at 29-33. They still got a long way to go.
Are they a real threat if they make it? I mean, I know obviously
Hey, you got Kevin Durant.
Do we want to see the Suns in the playoffs?
I think so.
I mean, you do,
That's what I'm saying.
but they cannot play a lick of defense. Like,
I'd rather
they
see
can score 150 points, they'll lose 155 to
that actually just
150.
happened. It's happening against the Grizzlies.
Dude, they are so bad. It makes no sense. But offensively, beautiful offense.
Who's their head coach? Vogel?
Budenholzer from the Bucks,
he's a good.
He's a great offensive coach.
Yeah.
But they don't play a lick of defense. Their GM let them down because they
Who's playing right now? Would they make it? You think the playoffs?
Yeah,
right now, if the playoffs started, they wouldn't make the playoffs.
Well, okay, Mavs out there.
Yeah.
They're in the playing game.
Yeah, I'm asking you, who's in the playing?
It'd be the Kings, Clippers, and T-Wolves. So I think they can beat the Kings, but the T-Wolves and
T-Wolves
Clippers.
But two of those teams
aren't playing well.
Two of those four get in.
Yes, two of those four get in.
It's the Suns and the Timberwolves.
The
Clippers don't make it.
Yeah.
I mean, Kawhi's back.
The Kings aren't making it either.
Kawhi's black.
Kawhi is black.
Kings aren't making it either.
I don't think the Kings will make it, especially after trading
Zach
away.
Levine. And
I don't believe in Zach. I believe in De'Aaron Fox more than Zach.
You racist, bro?
Yes.
Jeez.
But yeah, I think the Suns are the biggest beneficiary of the downfall of the Mavs, and they could make it in, but it's tough. Like I said, Clippers.
They could win it all if they
Clippers,
play
T-Wolves.
defense.
Who?
The Suns could win it all.
Oh, yeah,
they
but
don't have
the
a
defense
roster
isn't
for it.
close.
They don't
Like,
have a
yes,
roster
you're right.
for
If
it.
they play defense, but there's no like.
But you could be one of those teams. Like if a team would get in the play-in and win the NBA Finals, it would be the Suns. Can you agree?
I think it could be the Timberwolves.
I mean,
Yeah,
T-Wolves were in the
yeah.
conference finals last year.
Yeah,
I haven't followed
I didn't
them
like their
too
trade.
much.
Their
What's
trade
been going
haven't
on?
really worked out for them.
they have Randall.
They got rid of
Dude, speak
been hurt,
of
though.
a negative efficiency guy, dude. That guy is bad.
I can't.
I mean, his numbers look good.
He's
except
empty
for the
stats, bro.
efficiency.
Yeah,
It's always been empty
It's
stats.
bad.
All right, enough NBA. We got to segue.
No, I want to ask Alex one more question because we didn't ask. But what is your take on Nico Harrison?
Autist.
And then I have a
I gotta get a
trivia.
bevy. I gotta get a bevy.
Go get a bevy.
What is it? Trivia NBA.
No, I'm gonna get Nico Harrison and then trivia. Yeah, trivia's NBA.
So then I'll wait.
Yeah. I'll keep it short because I've had a long nights just staring up in
At
the
the wall.
sky. Because I try to keep it pretty normal in the house. Like me and Luke talk about it. Me and you talk about it here and there. But like when I go to bed, it really bothers me. It's not funny, Luke.
I thought you were trying to.
No, it was a joke. It was serious. I'll keep it short, but I think with him, if I'm being totally honest, he is a shoe guy. He's a business executive. He's not an NBA guy. So he's doing what's best for
For the business of the Dallas Mavericks.
yeah, for long term. So if it's their new owners' business ventures, if it's for some kind of deal with AD with shoes and Dallas and
They're investors.
their market, I just don't think he's making basketball moves for the fans, which is sad because the way Dirk kind of gave his life to that fan base, Mark Cuban invested so much money into that team, that stadium. He's kind of turning that all around in just 1 month. So he needs to go. I think he needs to go back to freaking China and start selling shoes with Nike.
He needs to go back to the shoe business or the money business.
Yeah,
Where it's like a product.
Wherever sweatshop he came from, he needs to go back. Sorry,
Got you. So with that Mark Cuban, kind of lessening his role within that Mavs organization. Do you think if Mark Cuban's there, he doesn't make that move? I don't know if he hired Nico Harrison, but do you think
he did hire him?
He did hire him?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
that trade never happens if Mark Cuban's still owning a majority portion.
Because Mark owns 49%, so that 2% he gave up, that was one of the big 2% in NBA history, right?
Yeah.
I think Mark is more loyal to his team and his city and his state. Nico's just a business guy, so that would never happen. And even Mark was like, I know what happened.
I know. Even Mark said he would never make that trade ever. Like he would not get rid of Luka Doncic.
Yeah, it's sad. But also, it's not a politics / business podcast. But Mark's still focused on his healthcare company. I think he's getting older. He's realizing like he wants to away from basketball. So I don't blame him, but it sucks that his
love for that city. He turned around the franchise. Like the Dallas Mavs were terrible.
We were very mid.
And he spent so much money to get them up to speed. He won them a championship, and like he put his heart and soul into the organization. And then
Steve Nash and Dirk.
Yeah,
people forget.
Yeah, Michael Finley, like dude, like
Tyson Chandler.
Deshaun Stevenson.
Dude, Sean Marion was there. Jason Terry. Jason Kidd.
I'm going to start crying, bro. Please.
Hold on, let's name
I'm a little drunk. I'm start crying.
Sleeper. Dude,
Deshaun Stevenson's the sleeper pool for sure.
No, I already have him.
He was trolling LeBron after that win.
It's a waste of beer, bro.
No, it's not. You finish both. If you don't, I will.
Dude, chug that.
Yeah, okay.
Take the Ripper.
Dude, Appa needs a nap, dude.
I want to rip some classic Dallas Mavericks players. We just did like 10 in a row.
We said Michael Finley, the Finch.
That left shrimp.
That left shrimp.
Yeah. Dude.
Devin Harris.
Devin Harris. Yes, that's what I was looking for.
Josh Howard.
Yeah.
Darren Williams?
I thought so, but no.
That was a very dark time.
Did he play for it?
That was a very dark time for Dallas.
Yeah. I thought of him, I promise. But I was like, oh no, the blue and white is Utah.
Eric Dampier.
Ooh.
Yeah, Eric Dampier, brother.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the bigs.
I got one for you right here. Ready? JJ Wan-Barea.
Oh, Barea.
Yeah. JJ Wan-Barea, bro. Yeah,
Do you know who I thought of the other day for the Sixers?
Puerto Rico.
Yes. Theo Ratcliffe. I don't know. I was just
is that Blazers or is that
no Sixers? I mean Blazers too.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Blazers. All right. Anyway, you wanted to wrap up with something before we get to football?
NBA points per game career. Who has the highest? Give me like.
You're asking me?
I was gonna say you and Alex. Name the top 5. Do you want to do top 5 or top 10? Top 10. Okay, top 10.
Points per game ever?
Points per game average for their career. Not in the season, just their whole career.
Will? Yep. Michael?
Yep.
LeBron?
Yep.
KD?
Yep.
That's where I stop.
You have the easy ones, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, wake up.
Sorry, Crescent. I miss Pam.
Will?
You've got Will, Michael, Kevin Durant, LeBron James.
I'll say Kobe. 25 point. Oh, really?
No.
Larry Bird?
No.
Kareem?
No.
Karl Malone.
No.
Whoa.
Wow. Has to be a guard. James Harden.
No. Remember, he had those years with OKC.
D Wade?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Iverson?
Yes.
Carmelo?
No.
We got 5.
You got 5.
It's too easy though, because those were all so obvious.
I'll give you one hint.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Unless you feel like we're getting
No, keep going. Keep guessing.
It's not Luka.
Is there a game minimum?
No.
Like,
I mean, there is one.
But like the relatively known players.
Yeah.
Jokic?
No.
No, he had a couple.
Oh yeah, mid-years.
Early years.
So
you got 5 right now.
Dang.
Yo, he had 5.
Well, I would say Duncan never did it.
Yeah. Giannis had really bad years.
Ooh, Giannis should count.
Yeah, but he had 2.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
That's the beginning of the year. You got to think of your whole career.
Wow.
Dude, it's crazy that Kobe. You want to hear what number Kobe is?
Yeah, but Kobe's like 25.2 , right?
He's at 20.
Well, what's his points per game after you say
24.99. 25.
His last couple of years really messed him up though.
No, on his first.
Yeah. Both ends. He's number 16.
Wow.
At 24.5.
At 24.9.
You got to think of like Russell Westbrook.
I thought Russell too, but I don't think so.
Wow. I'm trying to think. And no,
Are they all old heads? Havlicek.
No, they're not all heads.
Jerry West.
Yes.
Wow.
Irving Baylor.
No. Oh, I got what you're saying. Elgin Baylor. Yes,
Elgin Baylor.
7.
Wow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Snipe. Clyde Drexler.
He's number 5.
Oh.
Clyde Drexler.
No.
Fuck.
Oscar?
No.
That's a good snipe too.
Oscar's number 11.
Wow.
25.68.
I got all 7 of these, brother.
Dude, you're cooking, dude.
That's why I
Let's
host
ride.
the podcast about sports.
Fuck off.
I'll give him 1 because he said it.
Hmm?
I'll give him 1 because he said it, but he said, "Nah, it can't be."
I do that all the
Russ?
time.
No.
Oh,
He said it earlier.
Giannis?
he always
No.
does that.
Giannis is number 30.
Dude, here's what he does when we do trivia, because we do trivia. We live together. He'll say something and be like, no
You can't
way,
be,
no,
no, it's
and
no
I
shot.
don't count it.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, all right, someone you
That's exactly
honored
what
about. And then he says it, and then I go, all right, yeah, that's correct.
That's exactly.
He goes, oh, I said him. I said that.
I'm not
You did
I'm gonna
it.
tell
I
you
mean, you
something
said
again.
it out loud, and you literally
Until you
followed
say it
it.
again, I'll give it to
I don't
you.
know who it
And the
is.
worst part is I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
Hi,
I don't think KG definitely no. Tim,
No.
Duncan, no.
I didn't say Tim.
Dirk, no. No, I know that.
Yeah.
I'm moved on from what you. I don't give a shit what you said. I'm
Fuck
trying to
you.
win. Oh, Walt Frazier.
No.
I don't know why I said that so confidently.
So there's 2 guys that are still playing now,
Hmm.
and 1 guy is retired.
2 guys playing now?
Yeah.
Doncic.
Yes.
I
Doncic is
said
number
that.
3,
Nice.
28.53. That's the guy that Alex said, but he's like,
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah.
He hit like a 17-point rookie year. That's why I was like, I don't know.
So there's 1 guy who's playing, 1 guy who's not.
Yeah.
Ant Edwards?
Nope.
Trae Young?
Nope. Trae
Ooh,
Young
snipe.
is number 12.
Kyrie Irving?
Nope.
Ant Davis?
Nope.
Zion Williamson?
Nope.
Zion would get if he had enough.
If he qualified.
Yeah, dude, he's good.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk. We'll talk about Zion one day.
Dame.
He puts up
His numbers are good, but he never plays.
Yeah.
Damian Lillard?
No. Dame is not even on the list in the top 30.
Are we blanking on someone obvious that's like elite
Yep.
in the NBA?
Yep. Former MVP.
Steph?
No.
Did you say Steph?
No.
Steph's
I
not on
didn't think it
there?
was Steph.
Steph's not on.
Oh, yeah. There's
Former
yeah,
MVP, that means it's Kawhi, Giannis, Jokic.
Nope.
No, Kawhi, Giannis, Jokic, LeBron, Derrick Rose, Kevin Durant,
I don't even think Steph's on here. Oh, Steph's number 20. Sorry.
James Harden, Russell Westbrook,
24.74.
Kobe, AI. I've said all the 2000 MVPs almost. Steve Nash.
Missing one.
Since 2010?
Mhm.
Really?
I'm sure.
Dwayne Wade, I said.
Does Dwayne Wade's got to have an MVP.
No, he's not MVP.
He's got no
2006.
MVP.
2006.
That's Finals MVP. Finals MVP.
Dwayne Wade's got no. Wow, the
I
second
thought he
best.
won. I thought he won one.
The third best shooting guard of all time has got no MVP.
No, he's not third best.
I'm not a fan.
He's third best.
Tracy.
Ooh, dirty boy, dirty boy.
And that trip. Shaq.
Shaq. Dude, Shaq was like number 2 in MVP.
Bro, Tracy had
He was
Shaq.
Shaq was number 2
In that year,
MVP that year. That's crazy. But D Wade averaged 33 in the
The
finals.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. It's whatever. Let's move
No.
on. Come on.
Okay,
one's
fine.
playing, one's not. I don't know who's not playing. David.
The
David
Hakeem?
West.
No, you're not gonna get the one that's not playing. You should get the one that's playing though.
Really? Jason Tatum.
No, MVP.
But I said, all right, let's go MVPs. Look at me. Look at me in the eyeballs. Giannis, Jokic, LeBron, Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose retired.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking him. Embiid.
Yep, Embiid's number 4, 27.7.
What?
Yes.
Eat shit, Alex.
Is that-
motherfucker?
27.7.
All right,
The number 4 scorer of all
Put
time.
a filter on that and filter out and then filter in games played. Let's talk about it.
No, percentage of games.
Yeah.
Number 10, you're not going to get.
yeah, go ahead.
It's the Celtics player, Bob Pettit. Like,
Oh,
yeah, you're not
Wow.
going to get that. But top 10, I was looked at as I would not guess any of these players.
Is there anything on that computer that shows how long we've gone? That was the longest NBA segment we've ever done.
We're at a hour and 9 minutes.
Okay, that's fine.
It's a short. Yeah. It's
No, we're chilling because the rest. I mean, all right. Let's run through some soccer care. Abe, a couple of things that I definitely know is that Liverpool PSG Champions League game, that Arsenal Champions League game.
So I broke.
But I'll let you lead it off.
I broke this down into. So this year is different for the Champions League. So you know how after every round there used to be a draw for the teams that will play each other.
Yes.
So like the teams will qualify and then there's a draw. So there's an actual bracket this year. So you know which teams can play against which teams. So I broke that down into the podcast. So at the current moment we sit at, I'll break it down in 2-game pods. So Aston Villa beats Club Brugge 3-1. My guy Marcus Rashford is featuring for Aston Villa in the Champions League.
Yeah, I saw that.
Awful about this. It's disgusting. Manchester legend. I'll give him Manchester legend, but he's from the club, from the academy, and he made it to the first team. But he's playing for Aston Villa in the Champions League now. It's absolutely disgusting. But they win 3-1 over Club Brugge. Liverpool beats PSG in Paris 1-0. I want to shout out to Harvey Elliott, 87th minute. He's the goal scorer in this game, the decider.
It was a nasty goal too.
It wasn't. What is the opposite foot too?
Yeah.
But PSG really dominated most of this game. Like I was watching the highlights. I didn't watch the game, and there were no highlights from Liverpool except for the one goal that they scored. I will note that Harvey Elliott came on for Mo Salah, who didn't do much in this game. Who's probably the perennial favorite at the moment to win the Ballon d'Or.
I hope he wins.
And but yeah, Liverpool takes 1-0 over Paris in Paris. I still want to shout out Paris though, because they have a lot of young players, a lot of young French players that are coming through the ranks. Like they got Barcola up there. Colomwani didn't play in this game, but I don't. There's a Doué. Do you know Doué?
Yeah,
Doué's nice. Is he French?
Yes.
Doué's nice.
He's the number 1 ranked player at his age, which is 18 or 19.
So he's older than Yamal.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my trivia.
Yeah, okay. So Doué is nice. They got a lot of French players, a lot of young players. Luis Enrique, who's famed for coaching at Barca, is their head coach right now. But they're playing really well. So that second leg is going to be incredible.
So you mentioned PSG dominated, and you wanted to give them a shout out. I'm totally with you. I just want to clarify for those who are interested in learning more about soccer. PSG Paris more than dominated.
Okay, give me the numbers.
Mike,
give me the numbers.
Mike,
the numbers.
Mike sent us today free money because he put a 3-leg parlay on the Champions League, and one of those was Liverpool beating PSG. And I commented back. I did not exaggerate.
Mm-hmm.
Shot attempts. Give me so PSG lost 1-0. Jessica and Alex. But PSG dominated, even though they lost 1-0. When we say dominated, give me a guess about what the shot attempt differential could have been for us to say that.
12.
Give me PSG shot this many times.
PSG
Liverpool.
shot 21 times, and the opposing team shot 9.
Okay. Jessica? Alex said 21 shots for PSG, 9 for Liverpool.
PSG won.
PSG lost 1-0, but they dominated.
I think PSG shot 30 on target, and Liverpool could have potentially shot 5 and just scored 1.
Okay. As crazy as Jessica's statement was right there, she was closer.
Really?
Liverpool won 1-0. They had 2 shot attempts. Yeah.
Not even shots on goal, just shots anywhere.
PSG had 27.
1-0.
No, it was a red card.
Mm.
No.
Wow.
No.
Nothing in the game. Nobody lost any players.
That just shows you how beautiful soccer is, though.
Unreal.
Anything can happen, bro.
I mean, listen, you can obviously be taking long shots that aren't real, but
who's the goalie?
27,
Alisson Becker
and Donnarumma.
I need that jersey.
Hey,
it's Liverpool, Jessica.
No, do not. Don't you dare. Liverpool.
It does show you.
Who's
You need a
stopping
mic.
me?
You don't have a mic.
Talk about how bad that is for PSG, though. You're not finishing.
You're not clinical enough.
Yeah.
Never.
100%. I mean, dude, that second leg is going to be incredible in Liverpool at Anfield.
Liverpool will advance. They're better than PSG.
They are, and they've been playing. I mean, PSG's been really good this year.
I got a Salah hat trick in the second leg.
I don't like that.
I don't care.
Who's my Dembele brace?
Salah hat trick. Liverpool advances.
No. Salah no goals. We should bet on that one.
All right, another cool one. Arsenal wins 7-1 over PSV. It's the biggest win in Champions League knockout history. I'm happy.
Without a striker, too.
Well, they never have.
I know, but they literally cannot field a striker at the moment.
Yeah, actually, their two strikers that are listed as strikers are both injured, even though they don't even play.
And they scored 7 goals. I don't even know who scored. I saw like Odegaard scored, Jurriën Timber scored.
I don't even know either.
Lewis Skelly scored. So it's just all over the place. But 7-1. They needed that result because
they've been weird.
Yeah,
it's been weird. I mean, both their strikers got hurt.
Yeah,
so they've been trying to figure out how to score.
They figured it out.
7-1 feels like they figured it out.
The only thing is, in that same bracket, if they were to advance to the next round, which looks very likely at the moment, they would have to play one of the 2 Madrid teams. So
I'll play Atletico, but I won't because Madrid's going to win.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So Atletico lost to Madrid 2-1 in the first leg, and they're going to have to play another leg. But I do see Real Madrid advancing in the competition to play most likely Arsenal. So what are your thoughts? Your thoughts there?
Do you ask me because of your
fandom? Yeah, for sure. No, actually, give me an objective point of view.
Well, okay. Well, objective point of view is going to be ridiculous, but I have a long-term bet.
Okay.
Where I had Eagles winning the Super Bowl.
Oh, in Madrid.
I had something else that landed already, but then I had Madrid winning the Champions League.
Yeah.
As a part of it. So I'll probably root Arsenal.
But if Real Madrid wins,
if they win and they don't win the whole thing, I'll be pissed.
Yeah, okay.
But the boys got money. Jessica,
money's pretty important.
You had something to say?
Yeah. Are we in the Premier League championships?
This is the European championships right now.
We're talking about Champions League, but the Premier League has about 11 games left to be played.
And Liverpool's going to win. They're up by a wide margin. I believe it's double digits at this point.
Well, I mean, there's still a chance.
There's a chance. I mean, the door's not that open, but I mean, it's a little creak.
What do you like your chances more, or my chances more, Champions League or Premier League?
Champions League for Arsenal or Champions League for Arsenal?
Wow.
Why is that?
Because they just won 7-1 against PSV, and it's a double-digit gap.
Are you saying?
Catch up
so they're essentially in the Elite 8 of the Champions League, and they're 11 points behind Liverpool with 11 games.
10 games. So, would you say, Jess?
Is PSV a team?
Yes,
that's,
PSV is from the Dutch league.
Netherlands.
PSV Eindhoven.
Don't confuse it from RSV, the very deadly.
And don't also confuse them for PSG.
Well, I wouldn't because I know that team.
Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah. Paris Saint-Germain, if you will.
I will, yeah, thanks.
Okay, good.
I have a jacket.
Sick.
You ejaculate?
Jesus Christ.
I thought that's what he said. I thought he said, I'm ejaculating. I was like, that's a weird thing to say on the podcast.
Did we touch on March Madness?
We're about to. Yeah, ironically enough, if you open these.
Funny enough.
We're a Bayern Munich
Funny
game
enough,
away.
I don't look at the agenda.
Yeah, anyway, Bayern Munich.
Oh, you're not done. Okay.
No, we're almost done, and then we'll get to college hoops. Bayern Munich won 3-0 against Leverkusen.
Over Leverkusen. Should have been 4-0. We were talking about this before the podcast started, but that Jamal Musiala flick.
Oh, that was
almost assist. Yeah, that was like the 90th.
I got to send it to you. I love sending you beautiful soccer things where it's like a beautiful sport. Bro. You just like have an appreciation for like the beauty of it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Especially the
Can you just show him? Do you have your phone on you?
I do have my phone on.
Can you just show him on the side?
Absolutely.
So... But yeah, Bayern Munich wins 3-0. The second leg, I cannot ever imagine Leverkusen winning by 4. So Bayern Munich's going to advance. And then Inter Milan wins over Feyenoord, which made Lautaro Martinez the leading scorer in the Champions League at 18. Ave, talk to me a little bit about this leading goal scorer, Lautaro Martinez, 18 already, like in this tournament?
No, not in this tournament. All time for Inter Milan.
Oh, for
in the Champions League, yeah. Which I mean,
because Ronaldo scored 16 or 17 in one Champions League campaign.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. What was I going to say? I mean, Ronaldo's a different player, different era, but he's got over 100 goals in the Champions League by himself between Juve, Real Madrid, and Manchester United.
Yeah,
but Lautaro Martinez, for a historical Italian team that's usually always in the Champions League, he's became their number one scorer all time.
He could have won Ballon d'Or last year. People didn't talk about him enough. He was
And
Serie A Player of the Year,
and they won.
Copa America leading scorer. Inter Milan won the Serie A as him as their best player, and Argentina won the Copa America as him as their leading scorer.
For sure.
I think had the most goals in the world. Maybe Holland had more.
He had,
but he had like 40 something.
Right. And I just remember the Copa America stats where he only played like such little time. And
he had 5 or 6 goals.
Yeah, and I don't think he started like one game either.
Yeah.
But Lautaro Martinez, I think he's only like 26, 27, maybe 28, but he's still relatively young, and like he can stretch that number for the Inter Milan, which is, like I said, his story.
Argentina is such a weird country to be a part of because you're always going to be like not Messi.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
especially if you're a striker.
Yeah, there's been a lot of great players that play there.
Right.
All right. Well, that's enough about soccer. I think we covered it. Mainly right now, the Champions League is heating up. We'll always touch base on how the league play is going as we get there, but 10 games or so left, so we'll talk about how that's heating up next. But Champions League hype for now. Ave.
What's up, Doc?
Can you walk the people through some college hoops while I go drink the beer that Alex opened and didn't drink?
Scummy. Absolutely.
All right, cool. I'll be right back.
College hoops, we're almost there. It's March now, boys and girls. Across the world, it's March. It's almost that time.
I'll tell you what I know.
What do you know,
Cooper
Jessica?
Flag.
Cooper Flag is the absolute guy.
I told you.
That is the number one prospect for the NBA draft. He's just on boards everywhere, lighting them up. He's doing a little bit of everything. Like, I think he can score more points, but he's just an all-around basketball player. Like, he just does everything. Fills up the stat sheet. Duke is winning games. He looks incredible. Yes, Cooper Flag is the guy.
He's hot.
Trivia question: where's he from? What state?
Ooh.
I don't know.
I don't want to.
His brother's winning the state championship of whatever state it is from. Illinois.
No.
It's
not
weird,
from.
It's a weird.
Arkansas.
It's kind of as weird.
Illinois.
Northeast.
Utah.
Northeast.
Did I just say Illinois?
Salt Lake City,
very
Utah.
northeast.
Maine.
Boston.
The main event is his nickname.
Main event.
You flag it.
Yeah.
It's my nickname.
But absolutely, like, March is here. There's like 1 or 2 games left in the regular season, and then we're getting to the conference tournaments, which will end next week. Next weekend is Selection Sunday, boys and girls. So it's the madness.
I'm taking
time.
off. I'm taking off from work.
Absolutely, that Friday, bro, we gotta go out.
Oh, I meant the Sunday.
Oh,
Wait,
So excited.
and Monday.
Is Jessica still not betting during that month?
Correct.
It's Lent, brother.
Oh, dude.
Pain.
She's got $100 to spend on it though. Make the bet now.
That was in the casino. Also, I do have a $25 free college basketball. So if I can win tonight, I can keep. I had spent zero money in there. This is all free money.
Yep.
But Avery, maybe after this you can help me. I can put a bet in and try and increase the money I have.
Let's get a leg
Right now I
going.
have $2.
Oh boy.
Big
God,
lay,
what's the
big lay,
word?
big lay.
It's like a 13-legger right here.
Anyway, Ave, St. John's, we talked Rick Pitino last time.
Rick.
Second Big East title in school history.
Let's go.
I know you're happy to.
Well, I'm not happy.
You're not happy, but it's cool.
It's very cool. I
As a
love Rick
basketball
Pitino.
fan.
I love excellence, and what he's done he's only been there for like 3 years, and like he's turned the program around. Second Big East title in school history is crazy. The Big East, the Big East is,
Jessica, do you know why Abe is
15.
not happy to see St. John's win the Big East? Do you know your friend Abe well enough? And college basketball well enough?
Of course I do. It's because
She's gonna say it. She's about to nail
I
it.
have no idea.
Hail Mary.
It goes way back when an old player used to play for them. Yes, it does. And we're gonna go with Derrick Rose.
Yeah, Abe's a huge
I love
Memphis fan. Derrick Rose.
I love
Abe's a UConn fan.
I'm a UConn fan, and they play in the same
They
conference
play
as
the
St.
Big
John's.
East. So if St. John's won,
That was what I was gonna say second.
Next, yeah,
that was
absolutely.
my
I
second
knew it. I knew it.
Carmelo Anthony,
Carmelo
Syracuse.
Anthony.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa,
Okay.
all right,
What
we're
else you
taking
got?
it,
What
and
else you got?
count it, and the foul.
Woo, Jimmy Butler,
Marquette, yes.
Oh, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Do another one. Do another one.
That's all I got. That's all I got.
Christian McCaffrey.
Stanford.
That's
That was easy.
Wait, what? He's not Big East though.
Oh, Big East. Larry Fitzgerald. Is that Big? No, it's ACC.
Well, it was Big East at one point. So when he played, it probably was Big East. But
Houston wins the Big 12.
yeah, regular
It's a
season
show
Big
paper
12. My boy Farrakhan is doing a hell of a job down there in Houston. You didn't get that.
Farrakhan?
Yeah.
Alex, this is for you. Farrakhan? No. Nobody.
Somebody will get it out
Just
there.
you, Abe.
Anyway,
All right.
who's the winners of this March Madness?
So we're going through all the the top 5 conferences in college basketball. We're going through who is going to win those.
Fine.
But who's winning the March Madness? I'll give that to you in a week. After the conference tournaments, I'll let you know.
Next week.
You know who.
But ACC,
So I still have a chance to
He's
watch
just going to say UConn, so I don't
and
know.
be educated.
back to back, bro. 2-time.
They're barely going to make it.
What'd you say? What did you say?
Oh my God, we should be Marquette. We should be
Son-
What'd you say
First
the
of all, it's none of
East?
your business.
What did you-
No, ACC. Who is
Okay.
number 1 in the ACC at the moment?
Who is in the ACC is the first question.
Atlantic Coastal Conference is
All
the
right.
hint that I'll give you.
Okay.
Blue Bloods.
And it's a little bit
The
southern.
Dukes.
Yeah. Jessica pulling it out of her ass all episode. Yes, they're
So
currently
coming
number
from-
1.
Duke's number 1.
Somewhere.
They will win a share of the the ACC title this year, but Clemson and Louisville are 17-2. Duke's 18-1 in the
I
conference.
can't
So,
believe that.
dude, Clemson beat Duke. That's their only
I know they did,
loss.
but when Clemson beat Duke, it was like a big deal.
Yeah, but Clemson was great the whole season.
How
And-
good is Duke?
Very, very good.
Like
They're
the whole team?
number
Yes.
4. They're like number 4 or 5 in the country.
Yes.
And
They've
number
lost
1 in
like
the
3
ACC.
games to Kentucky, Clemson, and somebody else. They've been
They
really good.
have Cooper Flagg, who's the number 1 freshman. They also have 2 other top 10.
I am like a
Well,
not that they
also have
will.
experience as well. They've brought in really good transfers, and they're balanced all across the board.
There you go.
Duke is
Fine. I'm really good at upsets.
okay.
It doesn't seem like they're one.
No, I hope they win. Not because of my future.
You hope they win all of it.
Indeed.
But moving on, though, the SEC is still incredible. You've got the
Yeah,
likes
you were juiced up about them
of
last episode.
Auburn, Alabama.
Tennessee.
Tennessee is great. They got a great point guard.
Florida?
Flow Riders. I think they're number 3 or 4.
Gosh dang.
So, like, yeah, they've got so many teams on top 25. I'm very excited to see the SEC tournament, see who prevails there. But Auburn is going to win that regular season title. And then in the Big Ten, who else? But Tom Izzo, Michigan State. Been there forever. I feel like his team is good every single year. It doesn't matter who's playing.
I didn't know
for
they
them.
were winning the Big Ten. I knew
Michigan was great this year as well. But yeah, Michigan State.
he broke some record for like personal thing, like coaching record this year. But I didn't know they were good. I was like, oh, well, Izzo's
I didn't know
coach
they
for
were
so
good
long,
either.
he could break a record
Yeah,
in
yeah.
a year.
But Michigan State has won the Big Ten. It's not his first Big Ten title, but yeah, Michigan State is doing it big. Like I said, Michigan was good this year, but my disappointment of the year, most disappointing team in college basketball, they also happen to be in the Big Ten, but Rutgers University, they have 2 top 3 NBA prospects,
Wow.
Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey.
Yeah.
They're going to finish the season 14-16 or the
How is that
14-16 right?
possible in basketball?
Dude, I don't know.
Even in the NBA, you have only 2 good guys. and you
Let's go
figure
to a
it out.
game.
Like not like win a
Rutgers?
championship, but
I mean, it's the Big Ten tournament. That's all we got. There's one more game
Yeah,
left in the
let's go.
season.
well, they're not going to make the conference. They're
Dude,
not going to make the.
Let's go to the Big East tournament, though, at the Garden.
Yeah, let's do that.
You mean let's?
Business
Business
like
expense? Hey now, any lawyers watching this, help me with the business expense. I'm kidding. All these microphones and that.
Go. You're
camera.
this close to not coming with us.
You gotta plug Rob down.
Yo. Relax.
Out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see.
Yeah,
let's
it's
see
crazy, though.
some of the madness.
Rutgers has probably the 1 and 2 pick of the year. Well,
Cooper
sorry,
Flagg's
2
probably gonna
and
go-
3.
Yeah.
If not 2
On
and
every
3.
single draft board, Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey are 2 and 3,
Yeah, and they both play for Rutgers, and
and they played most of the games. Like I know Dylan Harper's been hurt a little bit, but Ace Bailey's played.
but also 14 and 16 in a conference that's.
No, it's 14-16 total.
I know. I'm just saying it's not like they're in the SEC or ACC.
I mean, Big Ten's good. I mean, Michigan State's good. Michigan's good this year.
Yeah,
They've got a couple good teams. Illinois is good this year. Like they have good teams in the Big Ten.
Iowa's good.
Iowa's good.
Iowa State's good.
I think they're Big 12.
They're Big 12.
But the Big Ten's not a bad conference, but for them to go 14-16 total is crazy. Especially with having 2 NBA players on your roster. Like these guys are going to be picked top 5, like off the board, no matter who's drafting, they're going to be in the top 5.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to agree with what you're saying, So I hope I'm doing that. But I can't believe how bad Rutgers was this year.
Yes, and I was super hyped coming into the year to watch.
He went to a game.
You went to a game with Rutgers?
You're off mic, so people can't hear you, but yell loudly.
Against Columbia, and they almost lost to Columbia. Like, Columbia was winning most of the first half, and then Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper started to go off.
Here, do this. I gotta pee. So you guys keep talking. No, give that to him.
Yeah, I guess. Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper went off in the second
half.
Dude, Ace Bailey is a problem. He's like 6'10". I feel like he's less athletic than I wish he could be.
Yeah.
But he's still pretty athletic. But he just takes bad shots. He's just like a bad shot taker, but a bad shot maker.
Yeah, and he's a freshman. Honestly, I think relying on 2 freshmen, and I know a lot of teams rely on freshmen to take them to the conference championship.
Yeah.
But just the way I saw them play, it just seemed like very, not in terms of their personality, but just the way they played basketball, it was very immature. It was kind of like, all right, I'm going to get to my spot and just shoot. You know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't, let's play.
It's not cohesive.
Exactly. It's not cohesive. Also, I think it's coaching too. Like, if you have those kind of players, and you need coaches to actually coach them up.
And it was strange for them to both go to Rutgers, who doesn't have this history of being a powerhouse for basketball. Like, it was weird for them to see 2 top 3 NBA prospects go to the same school in Rutgers. Like, I would expect them to go to Kentucky or some of the blue bloods, but like that may be a thing where it's like their coach is not up to speed with their talents, and like he could not make them better and the team around them better.
Yeah, I agree. And honestly, it's funny because with this whole like money thing and just
the NIL,
NIL, like, we'll see more of this where players are going to teams because of money or because a big donor gives them $2 million. And then they go to a team, and the team's infrastructure, the support system, the coaching staff, the athletic trainers are not built up to be able to support them to win.
Right.
And we'll see these players going to these teams and they probably won't have success. And then now NBA scouts cannot judge these players off of wins. They can just judge them off of their tape.
Pure talent. Too late now.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because they're, like I said, they're still on every single draft board. They're in the top 3. They're 2 and 3. They're 2 of the best players. So like, it's crazy that they're 14 and 16. Like, their performance as far as win wise, NBA scouts aren't taking that into perspective. They're just going off raw talent and what they could do for their programs going forward.
It's crazy how the NIL has just it's really changing the way you look at players now, because just what we're talking about, like in the past, you look at how a team plays.
How do they contribute to winning?
Yeah, exactly.
What are they doing?
Yeah,
what
but
are they
like you said, they're 2 top prospects in the NBA draft, and their team is below average.
Below average in the NCAA. They're in a tough conference, but I think they should do better than 14 and 16. I don't care if you have 2 NBA caliber players. There's no way that you're below 500, because most teams don't have 1 NBA caliber player.
Yeah.
In the tournament. And they can win that.
Right.
Yeah, I just don't think that team is built to last, and we'll see more and more of that, where top players go to a Wake Forest because a Wake Forest has some good donors, and they'll go there and not win. So it's gonna be interesting.
So in the beginning of this, Jessica, before we started recording, this is your mic. You gotta lock it in though. We talked NHL highlights.
Yeah.
You got numbers?
You find any?
Yeah, like in general.
Well, Ovi.
Mostly when I talk about Ovechkin, because he keeps scoring, which, shout out Hannah B. That's great for her, but...
Dude, I want to shout out the Winnipeg Jets, though.
Really?
Dude, the Winnipeg Jets
Go ahead,
are
shout them out.
cooking.
Well, this was supposed to be Jessica's opportunity to do that, but if you want to steal the limelight from my wife, I guess that's fine. You little rascal.
You can. There's been a bunch of trades, too. I don't know where you guys have been.
Yeah,
but...
no. I mean, Flyers are making moves, but...
Winnipeg Jets are 43 and 16. They have 4 overtime losses. They're sitting at 90 points.
He's making them bleed. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Hey, yo.
Is that a nail?
I'm
or
just mad that a cat scratched him.
Dude.
I'll cut his nails.
They're leading the NHL in points so far this year. I mean, you know who's number 2, though?
Mm-hmm.
Who's number 2?
Penguins.
Nope.
Capitals.
Yes, sir. Ovi.
I thought I would have said Capitals, but I thought you were.
Dude, the Penguins suck.
You were smiling at me like it was the Penguins because you're a Penguins fan.
Dude, the Penguins are worse than the Flyers.
You're a dirty rat. I can't believe you like the Penguins. That's like in the Celtics or the Mets.
Dude, I don't watch much hockey, but the hockey that I did was 2006 because I was playing NHL 07, and they were the best team. So
I do not care.
And they had Sidney Crosby, which was super young. They're like the Kid. I was like, the Kid is a sick nickname.
Sid the Kid is a good name.
It's great.
Wow, Jessica, you should
see how many goals Ovechkin needs to pass.
I think it's 13.
The great one.
Or 12. No, but I was going to say you should, what's the word in fantasy football? Collude. You should use collusion with the wheel and do top 10 like sports nicknames.
It's probably one of them.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm just saying.
Do you remember we were...
Should we end with the top 10, top 3 though?
No.
Top 2?
Remember
no, because maybe.
Top
we were
1?
Caught up on
top 1.
Willie Mays Hayes.
Yeah.
The Say Hey Kid.
Say Hey Kid.
Yeah. Dude, I did not know that was his nickname until the podcast.
Did I?
No, we both were stumped on it. We were like, who is this?
Anyway, Ovi's very close, and he's probably going to do it, which is a bummer because this podcast is very pro Gretzky. That's all I have for hockey. Also, Canada beat USA, which is enough, and that's all I have for
Four
hockey.
Nations.
Yeah, I mean, it was electric. It was a great game.
Oh, wait a minute. He's 9 goals, single digits.
Yeah, he's scoring a lot this year.
Yeah,
and
he's like 40,
but he has so much gray hair.
Like I said, he's 40.
Yeah, Mike actually sent me a post about how he's outperforming Gretzky at the same age, and that is true. But like for all of the Michael Jordan lovers, LeBron is clearly outpacing Jordan at this age, and they're gonna go, who cares? So I don't want to be hypocritical.
But I will say,
Jesus would hate that.
I will say, just look at the assists and like the overall contribution to points.
True,
and it's not even close. True. I think it's like over 1,000 difference in assists.
Really?
Yes.
It could be, yeah. Actually, that makes sense.
Gretzky like will still assists.
Yeah, he will still lead the NHL in points on assists only after Ovechkin breaks his goals record. So it's at least 900 more.
Yeah, it's something absolutely ridiculous, and like that number will never be seen in any other, like in any sport, to be that differentiator in that amount of points or assists, goals, whatever it may be. But like he's the great one for a reason.
He is the great one. Shout out Wancho. All right, enough of hockey. No, I mean, I love hockey, but enough hockey.
Enough hockey.
Abe, combat sports.
Yes.
Talk dirty to me.
I don't want to.
Okay, talk regular to me, but about combat sports.
I can do that for you.
All right, great.
So we've got UFC 313 coming up this weekend. And who do we have? We've got
Alexandre
Shama.
He's scary.
Alex Pereira against Magomed Ankalaev. There's another scary Russian guy. Would you call him a bloke if he's Russian? What'd you call him?
I call most people blokes.
I feel like that's more like for the English though.
Show the camera. Just shove it right in there. Yep. Oh. Whatever.
Miss Lynn, I'm sorry.
She don't listen. Pam does.
But yeah, Alex Pereira, light heavyweight championship versus Magomed Ankalaev. They're both scary because they both don't speak English, which is the scariest thing in a fighter, I feel like.
Yep.
And,
or if they try, at least. If they're trying and they can't.
Right.
Yeah.
These guys don't care. They don't care to learn it at all.
It's like Messi. People don't think Messi's scary, but Messi doesn't even try to speak English.
Dude, I heard through the grapevine that Messi's actually like, he can understand English and speak it like fluently. But
I heard on the field he does it. But like in interviews, just like, nah,
I'm Spanish. I'm Argentinian.
Yo tu sabe que pasa.
But yeah, this.
So is Magomed Ankalaev
nailed it?
Thank you.
Absolutely perfect.
Scary enough? You said he's. I mean, listen,
dude.
Russian freaks me out. Don't get me wrong. I get it, but I'm talking Alex Pereira,
right?
Is he really scary?
The thing that kind of scares me because I'm more of a Pereira fan is that Alex Pereira's takedown defense in the UFC.
Negative
is very, very bad.
Yeah. And
we've got a Russian fighter going up against him, and nobody's really tried to take him down besides like Izzy in the one fight that he won. And we're fighting against a Russian opponent in this fight. He doesn't come from that Khabib camp, but he's still got pretty good wrestling, and Alex Pereira's wrestling is negative. So I feel like that can be an advantage to Magomed Ankalaev. But a lot of people want to test their toughness when they fight against Alex Pereira. They want to stand up with him, which it never works out for him.
Yeah.
So I feel like this guy might try something different here and take him down and kind of beat him on the ground.
But who do you got?
Come Come on,
Yeah,
Sean.
all right.
Sean.
Jessica, do you have Magamalov or do you have Alex Pereira?
Yeah, I'll take the other guy.
Oh,
Okay. Just to be a different. Yeah, okay. Just to be different.
Someone's got to do it.
Say it loud, say it proud.
Scream it.
I take Alex Paella.
Paella.
I'm going to take Paella too.
Great.
Poeton for me
Easy
as well.
money.
Easy money, Jessica.
But the co-main event.
Wait, what is it? Fast Money Jay?
Fast Money Jay. The co-main event, the human highlight is back. I didn't hear it.
No, she just loved it. She's like, hell yeah. She's been waiting for someone to call her that.
Fast Money Jay.
Sorry, the human highlight.
The human
This is
highlight
Jessica's favorite fighter.
is back.
It's
Justin Gaethje.
it's my favorite fighter.
I mean, he should be your
Justin
favorite
Gaethje.
fighter's favorite fighter.
Yeah, he's just like a classic. I feel like he does it well. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Somehow made a sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good fighter. That's all I have to say.
Great fighter. Like, the human highlight is legit. Like, he takes out the heart because every single fight is.
He's
a
not,
crazy
but
highlight.
he's not like I think he's kind of out of his prime now. No, why is he still?
No, he's been knocked out a couple of times because.
I mean,
That'll do it. That'll take you out of your prime. No, the best part about Gaethje though is that he's a national champion wrestler,
Yeah.
and he refuses to wrestle in the UFC, which is ridiculous.
well, I feel like it's a thing for the other people too. Like, don't get on the ground.
Yeah, but he's the best striker in the UFC right now. Like he punches the
Still?
hardest.
Best striker.
Okay, sorry, he's not the best striker.
But that's one of
I'm
his
sorry,
faces.
but when I watch him, when his glove connects to someone's face, it's
Oh my
louder
gosh,
than
yeah.
others. Like objectively louder.
Yeah, I
and
think-
noticeably louder.
I think Ilia Topuria is the best striker all around
Okay,
in the UFC. But
forget I said best.
yeah, but he's a top
Oh,
dog.
great.
I mean, but so is Max Holloway, who knocked him out scary in his last fight.
Max Holloway's the best boxer in UFC,
Yeah, I can agree with that.
but I still was surprised. If you
And
told
Max
me
Holloway
like,
got sparked by Ilia Topuria.
yeah, did he?
Oh my
That's who
God, did
Gaethje's
he?
fighting.
No, Gaethje was going to fight the Hangman, Dan Hooker. But Hooker was
It's
sparring.
a good nickname.
It's a great nickname. But that's Izzy's boy. He's from Australia or New Zealand. He's a really long fighter, and it's like
Dude,
got crazy hooks. Dan Hooks.
yo, what the hell?
What?
It's not a gay porn podcast. It's
No,
a
it's not.
sports podcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's got crazy hooks, bro.
He's long.
He's long as hell, bro.
Mom, I just want to formally apologize for A's comments to all the
But
viewers.
My man's was sparring getting ready for this fight. He broke his hand, and like his hand was like this glass, like it was just a huge ball. And he was like, "Yeah, the doctor said I couldn't fight."
Nerd.
But he was just like so funny with it. But Fiziev is going to
So
fight.
who is he fighting?
Fiziev.
Oh yeah, you just
Brazilian.
said that. I
Yeah.
cut you off. That's crazy.
Yeah. He's a good fighter, but I would love to see the Hangman. 'Cause Hangman leaves it all on the line. But Gaethje is back. The human highlight. I'm excited to see a fight. See what he's still got after that knockout from Holloway. But I think he still got it. And this is going to be a very, very exciting co-main event for UFC 313.
Yeah. Well, I will be tuned in. So from one probably more barbaric sport to a less barbaric, but also combat boxing. I heard Gervonta Davis talking about some
Controversial.
sort of rematch
Controversial.
and all this
Yeah.
stuff. You have recap here, so it sounds like you want to talk.
Yeah, for sure. So Gervonta Tank Davis is a lightweight fighter. He, coming into this fight, had 30 wins, 28 knockouts. So he definitely packs a punch. When you see him fight, he usually wins in knockout fashion. That's what we were expecting for this fight. He fought against Lamont Roach, who held a belt in a lower weight division, who's stepping up to 135 to fight Gervonta for his belt. And it didn't go Gervonta's way. There was controversy in the ninth round here where Gervonta took a knee. He said he had something in his eye. The ref did not count it as a knee, and he did not get deducted a point, which is coming crucial for the scorecards at the end of the fight.
That's what I was going to ask.
So he took a knee. The ref didn't call it as a knockdown, and the ref gave him his grace and said blah blah blah. I don't even know what the rules were, but like he didn't score a knockdown. But it came to help to Gervonta's advantage because on the scorecards there's 3 judges. One judge had Gervonta Davis winning by 1 round, and then the other two judges both had it as a tie. So at the end of the fight, Gervonta Davis walks away with a majority draw. So his record is now 30-0 and a tie. But if this knockdown or the knee was counted as a knockdown, he would have lost this fight.
So what? I mean, I don't know that you have this, so I hate to put you
on the spot. I don't know the rules. I'm not part of the
No, not rules wise, but round wise. When he took the knee, was that a round that he ended up winning? Was it a round that Lamont won anyway? So if the other guy won that round regardless, then it doesn't change anything.
So I don't know for that specific round, but I thought that Lamont Roach won more rounds in general, even if this, like, I have a different scorecard than all three judges.
And your scorecard is better than a professional judge for sure.
Absolutely. I'm on the Sideline Bands podcast.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said what I said.
Yeah. So I think Gervonta Davis lost the fight in general. So even if that knockdown was counted, wasn't counted, which it wasn't, I think he would have lost by more rounds if that was counted.
Okay. I've heard a Gervonta Davis fight in the near future. Something about a rematch. Is that with
Lamont Roach? Yeah,
it is with Lamont.
Yeah,
Roach.
He's got to run it back. It was too close.
Fair enough. I mean, Gervonta's open to it.
So good on him.
Yeah. The only thing is, as boxing, it's a lot different than the UFC. There's 4 different belts in each weight class. So each fighter that owns different belts wants to unify all the belts, and there's 3 other boxers in that same weight class that own the belts.
So is he asking for a rematch in a different weight class?
No, he's asking for a rematch in the same weight class to defend his belt that he just defended.
So the other boxers can't fight them yet.
Well, they can fight each other, but they want to unify all the belts. So they want to fight Gervonta and then fight everybody else to make all 4 belts theirs. So like it just puts everybody in a tough situation because you only have so long in combat sports.
Yeah.
Your lifespan is not or your career, not your lifespan, sorry. I mean, boxing, your life is long, but yeah, your career is not that, you don't have that big of a window. So like you want to get everything done, but these fights won't happen. And then this fight delays it by like another 6 months or so.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you brought up lifespans in careers in sports because I think it's a great segue to the NFL, which we're going to talk about next. Unless you have more about combat sports,
That's it, bro.
Oh, Jessica, crazy hair, crazy takes. What do you got? Albert Einstein over there.
Alex Pereira.
Yes.
Please, Alex. Got a tattoo on his left hand of stone because it's his stone fist.
Absolutely. I agree.
He got that one day ago.
What are these? I mean, he literally does have stone fist. Like, I don't know if it's from...
I must have said an inappropriate thing.
Working on a tire shop, but like he literally, if he connects flesh on flesh, you're going to sleep.
He's got the hardest punch at the Joe Rogan punch box thing, I think. So, yeah.
He's just carrying you.
And...
Okay.
Yeah, he's got
more to delay the segue.
And John Jones is going to fight this upcoming summer.
Ooh.
In heavyweight?
It's got to be.
Wow.
Against, that's his division.
Please hold.
He's a champ.
It never was. He was always 205.
I know, but he's got the belt at
both.
No, he doesn't have the belt. Pereira has a belt at like heavyweight.
Go take it. Ooh,
that's
never mind. never mind. No, they leave it alone. Pereira could beat him heavyweight. All right, NFL. Saquon Barkley signs. He's now officially the highest paid running back in NFL history at over $20 million. He got an extension, Abe. Can you talk to me, or maybe Alex, you know how this works? He got an extension of 2 years, $41 million. Does that mean that the current 3 years, $36 million, we're adding 2 years to the end of that? Or like, what is that? I don't, we're amending what was 3 years. And now he played the 1 year and the 2 years that was left that were 12 million each are now 20 million each? Or is it when they say they extended him, it's now 5 years? I don't know if you know the answer. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but is Saquon an Eagle until he's 31 or until he's 29?
The way my simple mind thinks of it is that he's got extended two more years, and he's going to get paid $20 more $1 million a year after those 2 years. But
okay,
I feel like
that's what I think too, and I'm okay with that. I mean, people hesitate and they go, "Oh, you're just paying him in advance," and because of what he did. I mean, yeah, he had the best running back season of all time, and we won a Super Bowl. So we're going to pay him in advance. And Derrick Henry is now 31 and could have won MVP. I mean, no, he couldn't have, but like had a MVP running back caliber season. And so, I mean, Saquon's got 4 or 5 more years until he's Derrick Henry's age, but I'm happy to overpay Saquon in years 27, 28, 29, 30, if whatever. Assuming he's going to be pretty good and based on the year he just had. Like, thank you for winning us a Super Bowl. Thank you for having the best running back season of all time. We'll overpay you in your 5th year.
Yeah. If I'm being,
aren't we okay with that?
If I'm being an objective fan, Philly fan, and I'll give this to you after I'm done with this take here. The running, it's funny because the running back market has skyrocketed because of Saquon and Derrick Henry. But with conventional thinking, you do not pay a running back into his early to mid 30s that much money.
He's our age.
Yeah. So when he's 32,
so this is adding 4 years.
Yes. So like
31 is when it ends. 32.
But think of Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook, like he was hitting his prime around this time. Then he hit his low point of his career at 28, 29, 30. Right. So if we're
even like LaDainian Tomlinson.
Exactly.
I mean Dalvin Cook was great, but I don't even for
even better. Yeah.
For the casual who listens to this, like. Even one of the all-time greats, LaDainian Tomlinson, 29, and Sean Alexander, 30.
Exactly. So if we're going by conventional running backs and just stats and numbers, Saquon Barkley will hit a wall just from numbers.
He had 400 carries this year.
Yeah, like you're not going to be able to do that for another 2-3 years when we're a playoff team.
But he won us a Super Bowl. Like, is it worth? Hey, thanks.
Yeah, back pay.
I mean, no. Objectively, no. Yeah. Hey, man, same idea. No, but I mean, objectively, no. Right?
Yeah.
Objectively, no. And in the same vein, I don't want to dwell on the Saquon thing, although Abe hasn't been able to say his piece, but you can wrap yours into this as I segue. But same thing with Zach Bond. Is that just a hey, thanks for what you did? I mean, 3 years, $51 million. Holy shit.
It's a shit ton of money.
Well, before I'm going to say my last thing, I promise, but more about what else can we do now? More so than like, okay, obviously Zach Bond was great, and so was Saquon. Saquon, do we need to extend? Zach Bond, do we need to give all that money? Or was it the system? And now, like, okay, the is the salary cap gone now? And now we have those 2 players. So I want to ask it more of was it worth it more than like
I think
just anecdotally on those players?
I think as a team, if you want to have that winning spirit, that championship culture, you have to reward people that have been on your team and have outperformed their contracts, which both these players by far have exceeded what they were paid last year. Maybe Saquon a little bit less because he was already getting paid a lot of money. But it's just like a team culture thing where it's like you want to reward the guys that have gone out there on the field and just played ball. With the Saquon, I'm super okay with, and with the Zach Bond, I'm super okay with. That $51 million, only 34 is guaranteed. And it's a lot of incentive in that contract to perform to get to that $51 million number. And I think it's pretty healthy for the cap, which has been increased this year because, they're making a lot of money out there in the NFL. But Saquon, I mean, it's a running back getting older in age, but what he's done the last year was crazy. Like, that was the best.
I mean, he's on a $12 million contract now, which he overperformed.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the take on like, hey, thanks. You $20 million.
100%, but he had, like you said, one of the best running back seasons as we've ever seen.
The best. I'll say, the reason I say the best, just to be clear, is because
2000 and a championship.
2,500 and a championship
with playoffs, yeah.
But if Jalen Hurts is not the quarterback, he doesn't have. I don't know how many he had. He doesn't have 14.
He's got like 18
He doesn't
touchdowns.
have 14 touchdowns.
Yeah,
He has 20.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts had 14, 15 touchdowns on tush pushes.
Right.
I love Jalen. I mean, listen, I hope this podcast is evidence that I love Jalen Hurts, but objectively, Saquon Barkley has 5 to 8 more touchdowns this year, plus 2,000 yards, plus a Super Bowl, plus
But to a point,
an unbelievable amount
how
of
much you're gonna to reward him for 1 year's worth of work. It's kind of like when you get a big bonus. When you get a big bonus, like, oh, let's just go on a shopping spree. That's what I feel like they're doing, which is great.
Yeah, but how much did they gain off the back of Saquon Barkley having that year? You know?
So the numbers,
all the jerseys
numbers
that were sold, all the Super Bowl championship extra jerseys that were sold with the little.
Yeah,
I'm getting one. One's coming on my way. I'm
getting
the fucking brand. I'm
one's
getting
coming on
Brandon.
Ave.
Yeah, I should search up how much the organization makes from winning the Super Bowl.
I'm getting a Brandon Graham jersey.
Honestly, that was my senior thesis. I wrote 32
Then
pages.
how much, Luke?
It can't.
Players should make more.
But they cap how much you allocate that to your salary.
To me, the whole
but
idea
they don't do a
is
good
like,
job. I ran a whole study. I'll give it to you. I have it printed upstairs.
Which sport did you do though?
NBA.
The NBA.
It's about the collective bargaining agreements, and I created an algorithm to correlate how much winning correlated to a franchise's revenue, and then granularize that to player performance and how much player performance attributed to wins. Because then I could make it individually. How much did this player attribute to the franchise's benefit? And almost all the players are getting
or overpaid,
The
oppressed.
NFL
underpaid.
really?
NFL is a little bit different,
except for the superstars.
NFL is a little bit different because there's 50 plus guys on the roster, but NBA I feel is.
I'd love to do it for the NFL.
How did you account for the?
It was hard.
For the let's say
Coaching.
No. How'd you account for the
coaching's a great one.
The CJ Johnson of the teams?
Leadership.
Yeah, like
I had error values in there, but it was hard.
Like intangibles, like that. Okay.
Yeah.
It was. I mean,
it's difficult.
I was gonna say I'm only human, but even a great economist today, it's like attributing for behavioral norms is hard.
Yeah.
But I had error values accounted for. Like coaching was a part of it.
Yeah.
And MVP voting and All-Star voting was a part of it. Not just like consistent, like a PER was a major value.
Yeah.
So like Anthony Davis has incredible PER. I don't know if you know that, but he's like 4th all time. So even though he's never won MVP or his All-Star value is whatever it was, he got extra points because of his player efficiency rating.
But even players like I guess going back to the intangible.
But then there's an error value for injuries and coaching. So I try to do my best, but behavioral norms is almost impossible to account for.
To tickle my pickle here.
I'll tickle your pickle whenever you want.
How did you?
It's a lot of pickle to tickle though.
Yeah. How did you account for people like Draymond Green, where they're probably getting paid a sizable amount? Their stats don't really.
Do you want to know what my inspiration was?
Who?
Otto Porter.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great.
He signed a
$5 million.
No, yeah.
120.
Yeah,
it was
5 year, 120. And in my junior year of college, I went, "There's no effing way Otto Porter deserves that contract." He was great at Georgetown. Don't get me wrong.
I saw him playing in the tournament. He was great.
It wasn't his rookie contract either, right?
No. He was phenomenal at Georgetown. Excuse me. He was good at Washington in his rookie season and second, third year. But I was like 5 years, 120, dude.
You gotta spend the money though.
So I wrote a 32-page paper about it.
I would love to read that because
I have it. I'll give it to you.
Because the Wizards were in a very desperate time in their lives and careers. John Wall left. Left. They're itching
since Jordan in 2002.
Yeah, they're itching for that next generational superstar.
100%.
So. Yeah. All right. Back to NFL. Eagles released Darius Slay. CJ had something to say about it. I don't really get the beat.
No, it was Slay. So Slay, he said like going into it, he was like the leaders on this team. Like I have full faith in Reed Blankenship to take over the team if I'm not there no more. And he didn't give any credit to CJGJ, which he felt some type of way and made a couple of tweets about it. And that wasn't good. But also on the quarterback side, he gave his top 4. His top 4 was Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson. I mean, that's the top 4. I know that's
the top 4.
I know. You gotta
Listen, this is a worldwide podcast. This is not a Philadelphia podcast. Abe, that's top 4.
That's the top 4. But you just won a championship with your guy. You gotta give him at least a shout out.
I mean, not
At
surprised.
least a shout out, brother.
Who was it? Slay or CJ? Sorry,
it was Slay.
Just got released.
I know, but still.
Sorry, that's the top 4, Abe.
I 100% agree with you.
Did you hear that?
No.
So
Slay got released, and then he came out with a top 4 QBs list. He said Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, and Lamar.
In order.
How many?
No, whatever.
How many of them got a championship?
One.
Stop.
One. But Alex, that's the top 4.
It's 100%
I'm
the
with
top 4.
Avery, actually.
It's the top 4, but you gotta give a shout out.
Yeah, I mean, that's
My
your
guy, he just led us to a championship. Come on, bro.
Well, so
It was like 2 months ago.
Wait, what's Abe's?
Let's get rid of
Abe's,
It was a month ago.
Well, I mean, Slay was just. I mean, Lamar. I mean, Hurts just
Look.
won
I mean, I'm not
Super Bowl
surprised he's
MVP
released. Then
for Slay.
it's everyone seems to be in rhythm.
I mean, he's a good leader, but first of all, on the Slay release, I think objectively it's the right thing to do. I think it sucks. I think Eagles fans, Philadelphia fans love it, but it's like he's 33 or 4. He's slow. He still has the good, he can still cover, but he's slower.
He's terrible for run defense.
Yeah, he gets
great in the playoffs, though.
He gets burnt by very fast receivers. But I mean, listen, you get released by the Eagles. I don't know. You either don't come out with the top 4. That's fine. But no, I'm sorry. But listen,
Objectively, yes.
I am the biggest Jalen Hurts fan on this podcast. Everyone, for the 12 viewers who listen to this, they know that. But I'm sorry, Jalen Hurts is not a top 4 quarterback in the league. The quarterbacks that he mentioned are.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
You don't have a mic in front of your effing mouth. Please take
Avery's saying he agrees with you wholeheartedly, but this player was on his team.
And
It doesn't matter.
Super Bowl a month ago, brother. I get it. I
Okay,
understand.
fine.
Just
What
give
he
him a
should have
shout-
done is
give him a
extended to
shout out.
top 5. You should have said top 5 and put Hurts at 5.
Yeah, but he was just saying like the tier. You know what I mean? Like the tier might be
The tier is 1, and it's Mahomes, and then
For
it's
sure.
2, and it's those 3, and then it's 3, and that's where you get to
but
Hurts.
just give him a shout out, brother.
No,
It was a month ago. You just
don't
took
talk
Super
about it.
Bowl.
Just don't talk about
Or
it.
just don't do a podcast.
Yeah, just don't do it.
Yeah, 100%.
But like Hurts is not a top 4 quarterback.
Yeah, but how many of them got? Like I said, how many of them got a Super Bowl?
How many of them have Saquon Barkley in that line?
Yeah.
How many of them got a Super Bowl?
That's such a stupid thing. I hate that. I hate when people say that.
I'm pro Hurts because
over Burrow.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not. I'm just saying, how many of them got a Super Bowl? Like, and he just took you to your first Super Bowl, 12 years in NFL.
there's nobody who has
We got
been on
ready
this.
with the Detroit Lions.
There's nobody who is a part of this podcast, who has been in or out of this podcast, who is more pro Jalen Hurts than me, and who believes in the winning mentality and the intangibles matter. But he's not better than the 4 people that's
Yes.
mentioned. So he just shouldn't have said anything. But
Or
like,
like
just
a
shouldn't have said
comment.
anything, or just give him a shout out. It's like my dog out there.
Watch him.
it is
He's in the
that tier.
conversation.
Yeah,
He's
okay.
in the conversation.
That's fine.
We're both saying the same thing. It's just like, just shout him out. It just looks bad. You know, it looks like you're coming off as a hater if you don't say anything.
All right. Well, the people want to go to bed, Abe. So I'm going to run through the non-hometown hoops moves. Max Crosby signs for 105
Bag.
for 3 years. That's ridiculous.
Bag.
That's the biggest contract outside of QB in history. It's for a kicker. So shout out to all the kickers out there. I might try to. I've hit some 53-yard field goal. Oh no, sorry.
You might try to kick her.
As Max Crosby, a defensive end.
Yeah.
Who am I thinking of? Mason Crosby.
Green Bay,
Mason
yeah.
Crosby. Sorry.
It's like,
Max-
That page there, huh?
Yeah, actually, Max Crosby, defensive end for the Raiders, but that means Garrett Wilson or Garrett. Yeah, no, Garrett.
no, Miles Garrett.
Miles Garrett is going to sign for a major contract. I'm hammered. Probably 40 mil a year. At least that's what I've heard. Because Garrett,
Dude, Harrison Butker's getting the bag this.
Miles Garrett is way better than Max Crosby. I mean, Max Crosby's fine, but that contract's ridiculous.
Dude,
It's,
yeah.
it's 30. That's over. That's 35 million a year.
What about Jake Elliott though?
Fuck you. You're actually a virgin pussy.
Dude, he's a DM.
Um,
Cowboys. Bro.
All right. All right, your mom's a whore. Bobby Wagner re-signs with the Commanders. Stafford re-signs with the Rams. Deebo Samuel's traded to the Commanders. Maybe something to talk about before I shout out, but he's injury prone. Don't believe in it. Whatever. T. Higgins franchise tag by the Bengals again. Weird Instagram post by Jamar Chase. He had the weird eyes oh, this is what's going on. Didn't really get it. Chase has the bag, Burrow has the bag, Higgins has the bag. The only thing I could think of is Burrow made that comment about paying the whole team, and this kind of ruins that.
Well, Higgins doesn't really have the bag.
He's got 26 mil.
Yeah, but
he can get more. Right. Yeah,
he can get more. He can get more.
Can?
The Patriots would pay a lot more to have T. Higgins. T. Higgins is
they pay $5 million more a year.
Yeah,
which is a lot.
So
it's a lot.
He's very lucky that
26 is so much.
26 is not bad.
Yeah, the franchise.
They're not paying more than $30 million a year though. For T. Higgins.
A lot of teams would.
Really?
Yeah.
Is there anybody? Is there wide receivers?
The Packers would probably release some players to get T. Higgins. The Raiders.
Who just got?
Yeah, Geno Smith. Breaking news.
Yeah, news. Do receivers make $30 million a year?
Nowadays.
What's Jeffers like? I mean, listen, top receiver, sure, but T. Higgins.
Yeah,
T. Higgins could be a one.
Tier 2.
T. Higgins could be a one on a non-playoff team. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's better than Ayuk.
Yeah. Ooh.
T. Higgins better than Ayuk.
He's Ayuk tier. He's Ayuk tier. Same tier as Ayuk.
No.
If you did tiers, you wouldn't put them in the same tier.
He'd be 2A and what's his face would be 2B. Do you agree that Higgins is above?
No.
I rock with Higgins.
You should watch the T. Higgins highlights.
You should watch the Ayuk highlights.
I do, but
I do.
Ayuk.
No, I do.
Ayuk depends. Ayuk depends on the catches down the middle, which is not saying it's easier, but T. Higgins will make a one catch on the sideline when you need it. He's your go-to.
I mean, I'm pro Higgins. I'm pro Higgins. I think he's a number one. I think Ayuk's a number one too, though. On 32 team, you don't think they're both number 30? You don't think they're both top 32?
Oh.
30? What? No, 32. No, 30.
We'll see because Deebo Samuel just went to the Commanders, right? So
32.
Yeah, 32.
Yeah, but he's not the one.
He's gonna be the one.
No, McLaurin's better.
No, I'm talking about 49ers. We'll see this year.
Ayuk.
Yeah, we'll see. But
Ayuk was the one this year. Yes, he was.
He was the one this year.
Yes, he was.
But in our head, Debo's the guy.
Debo's more talented, but he wasn't there, and Ayuk did good enough. Anyway,
you're a T hater.
Oh no, I said them all. No, I'm pro T. I'm pro T. I just think if you look, I think you go I think tier 1 is Jefferson. Help me, both of you. Get the mic in between the both of you. You don't need the iPad anymore. I think you have Jefferson,
Jamar,
Chase, Amon-Ra. Just for this, just
McLaurin.
I think McLaurin's tier 2, tier 1.
Tier, yeah.
McLaurin's tier 1.
McLaurin's tier 1
with a good quarterback. Look what he did this year.
What did he do
in the playoffs?
I don't know. I don't think I'd put.
I think McLaurin's great. I think he's tier 2 though.
I don't think.
Then he's the best out of tier 2. Then
maybe.
Yeah,
but whatever. So tier 2, you have McLaurin.
Yeah, are we doing tier 1?
No, there's Puka, who's between.
Yeah, I think it's tier 2.
So Puka's tier 2.
I think tier 2.
I think AJ could be tier 2. I think you have.
AJ's tier.
I think you have Amon-Ra, Chase, and Jefferson.
I think AJ Brown and Amon-Ra are in the same tier. Are the same. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
I put AJ in the top tier.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. Fine. We're very close. Well, my point was, I think Chase and Jefferson are on their own, and I think Amon-Ra's above AJ. But if you want AJ to be tier 1, then you can be whatever. Okay, so then you have Puka, who's I think above McLaurin, but I'm fine with him tier 2.
I think he's tier 2.
And then it's tough.
I'm thinking I'm a hometown hooper, so I want to put Devontae in there, but
no,
he might not.
Devontae's another one that's
he's like a 2-3 guy. Too. Yeah, but I think he's a 2-3 guy.
But if he was on his own team, what is he doing?
Yeah. But what was the conversation? Higgins and who?
Higgins and Ayuk.
Yeah. Ultimately, I think Higgins ends up in tier 3, and I think Ayuk ends up in tier 3.
Wow. I
mean, you have wide receiver 1s in tier 2.
Is Amon-Ra in tier 2? Okay. Okay, so tell me who's in tier 2.
2 is Puka so
And who
far.
else?
I mean, you want to put Terry in there? I
Terry.
want to put Devontae in. I want to put Devontae in.
Yeah,
there.
So is Ayuk
Higgins is
and is
still-
Higgins, Puka, and McLaurin? I don't think so.
I feel more comfortable putting T in that group with Puka, McLaurin,
Then Devontae?
and Devontae. Yeah,
Maybe, but I have them both in tier 3.
And
Wow.
who's your tier 2?
yeah, he's your tier 2.
I got to go across the league now. It's tough.
Yeah,
There's Tyreek Hill, who's probably tier 2 right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
Waddle's tier 3.
yeah. Yeah, like Waddle's a great tier 3 example.
I mean, he was terrible.
So we have
tier 5.5.
we have Mike Evans tier 2. So now we have 4 in
Mike Evans is so consistent.
Now we have
you to
4.
give him tier
Now we have
2.
4 in
Yeah.
tier 2. You know what I mean? I'm not saying Higgins or Ayuk are bad. I just think they're
Can
in the
we
same
agree
tier.
that there's no number 2 wide receivers in tier 4?
No. Number 2 wide receivers
In tier 4.
No,
That's-
I can't agree with that
Yeah.
at all.
Really? These are-
Jameson is in tier 4. Addison is tier 4.
That's a crazy year. That seems like tier 2 last year, bro.
He did, but I would take
You put
Ayuk,
Jameson
Higgins, and
Williams in tier
Devontae.
4 or in tier 3?
I don't think but I also have Ayuk and Higgins and Devontae Smith in tier 3.
Yeah, it kind of depends. Yeah. So do I.
So if you have them in tier 2, then whatever. The next group moves up.
Right.
Anyway, all right. Enough football. You got the moves. Let's do 2-minute drill. Jessica is AFK, which is fine. Abe, do you want to lead off?
What does AFK stand for again?
Away from keyboard.
Oh, nice.
Gaming term. I have a few tweets that I wanted to get into. I gotta find this one. We were talking about this last podcast, but the boxer that wore the Timberlands, he was from Philly, Stephen Fulton. He actually got like a brand deal or like a sponsorship with Timberland, which I thought was really, really cool. They wanted to add
Like
in this.
Lukaku?
Yeah. But yeah, they're in talks to get something done, which is really, really cool. What else happened? I think we talked about this last podcast. I don't want to do it, but like the hoops reference, like the nicknames that they give out to players. So this one was Ben Simmons that came up. So he's got a million different nicknames, but Simo the Savage, Young Socialite, the Fresh Prince, the Peacemaker, Benny, the Yank, Big Ben, the Wizard of Oz. I don't know who comes up with these names, but they're on there. They're documented on social media, so like they're there. Dude, Rick Pitino, did you see his all white suit that he pulled out?
I love it.
Bro,
The Godfather, bro. What a guy.
there's a
I'm
reason why
pro it.
black mothers trusted him with his children. Well, I mean, with their children.
1,000,000%.
Can you imagine that guy that Italian
Don't forget I wore a
stud-
black top to my wedding.
You did.
Or
you
sorry,
did.
white top. to
Can you
my
imagine
wedding.
that Italian stud walking into your living room, like just to steal your son?
Yeah, them
sounds
Southern
terrible.
Italians, bro. They know, man. They shoot the shit, bro. They get it, man. Very relatable. That'll be the end of my 2-minute.
I
drill, though.
appreciate a 2-minute drill. That's a great 2-minute drill. Ave, I posted this onto the story. So if
Is this a
you-
little trivia?
It's a little trivia.
little trivia action?
I'm playing a little trivia with the both of you.
Whoa.
So if you saw the story, first of all, the Sideline Banter Instagram is worth following for the story alone. I promise you'll never consume more from me. Follow it or kill you.
Wait, Satellite Panther with 2 R's.
2 R's.
Whoa.
Yeah. Extra R.
Yeah.
Just in case they didn't hear it the first time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we doubled down on the hard R.
Oh gosh.
But I posted the best player by uniform number from 0 to 49.
In which sport?
All of them.
Wow. That's
Yeah. So I would appreciate if the two of you could put together. I wanted to say 5, but I think that's easy. So I'm going to do 10. If it takes too long for a 2-minute drill, we'll move on. But 0 to 49
we can do that.
in all the sports.
Ready?
So I want you to pick
and then you go.
pick a number and then say the player.
Okay.
0. Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah.
No, current. Active.
What?
Yeah, active.
What?
Active.
I hate this list.
0. Maxi?
No.
Maxi 0?
Right sport. But there's a better player than Maxey.
Russell Westbrook.
Oh, we got to.
Is there? Can I go again, or is it?
Oh yeah.
Russell Westbrook 0.
No.
Agent Zero. Who's another Agent Zero? That's good.
There's a player who's mentioned today. I was very pro him.
Are we all basketball?
No. We're all the sports. You can go 0 to 49. You're very locked in on 0
You said
right
0
now.
was the same sport?
0 is basketball, yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's do the easy one. 23, LeBron James.
Correct.
Don't look at that like you have to look for that. Who else is 23?
15, Nikola
Your
Jokic.
mom. Correct. See, this is fun now. You guys are locked in on 0 like a bunch of homos.
0.
There's 2 zeros in homos.
There's
0. 35, Kevin Durant.
Is he number 35?
Yeah.
Correct. 3.
Number 10, Messi. If he's not there,
Incorrect.
that's wrong.
It's a hockey player. I don't know.
I'm not gonna get it.
You know
That's
0.
wrong.
I was talking about it with clout and aura.
Oh, it's Shea.
No,
That's
it's
not
not.
Shea's
Wait, did you say 15?
0.
Did you say
Oh,
15?
Nora.
Yeah.
And
Jokic. It's Jokic. He already won.
Patrick
3.
Mahomes didn't win 15?
No, Jokic did 3 MVPs and a championship.
Patrick Mahomes is probably one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history, and it's like,
Don't forget that Jokic is one of the best NBA players in history.
trust me, I'm a Jokic fan.
I know you are, but
Patrick
think about
Mahomes-
the people we talk about being top 10 in NBA history and the accolades we attribute to them,
All right,
and then talk about Jokic's accolades.
Dude, I'm still stuck on the 0. The 0.
Yeah,
How is Russell not 0? And
Because
Tyrese isn't
actively,
0.
there's a better 0.
Isn't Tyrese number 0?
Yeah.
I'm not going to do any hints. You have 3. I want 5. I want 10, but you guys.
All right. 11. Let's do 11. I want to go AJ Brown, but I don't think it's going to be AJ Brown. 11.
Why would I point to him for 11 and not you? What sport would he know that you wouldn't at all?
The footies.
Yeah.
Not some. Give me another hint.
The Prem.
It's solid. It's solid.
Yeah.
He's not number 10.
He's number 11.
Wow.
Mo Salah, that's 4.
Number 9. You gotta give him like
Joe Burrow.
Number 9?
He's thinking it's gotta be a soccer player.
Incorrect. It does have to be a soccer
It's
player.
a very popular soccer number.
Yeah, 9, 10, 11 are like the guys.
Damn, I'm sorry.
Good.
I forced it upon
This
you.
one's hard. I mean, I feel like it's harder than the top scorers. Shit.
This is a good trivia. one.
Lewandowski?
For number what?
9.
No, better number 9 in the world.
Ronaldo.
He recently changed numbers because he wore 7 forever.
Ronaldo.
Really, he got transferred to the Galacticos. Now he's number 9.
Oh, Mbappe. Yeah.
Mbapito.
He's number 9? Oh, I didn't know that.
Because Vinicius.
Vinny, yeah, Vinny.
Mm.
Oh, number 7, Vinny.
Let me just run through a couple of these.
Give a 0, please.
0 is Jason Tatum.
Oh, that little non-cool dude.
Number 1 is Jamar Chase.
You said aura, and Jason Tatum's got no aura.
Yeah, but I brought him up when we were talking about aura.
Okay.
Number 2, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgis.
Yeah.
SGA.
Shea.
Michael Gilchrist.
He enunciates every word of his name incorrectly. Number 3 is Anthony
What do you
Davis.
expect?
Anthony Davis for number 3.
We really messed this one up, dude.
Number 4 is Kettle Marte from the
No, I
Arizona
wouldn't have got
Diamondbacks. Number 5,
Donovan McNabb.
Edwards.
Jude Bellingham. Number 6, Joshua Kimmich. Number
Josh
7,
Hart.
Vinny.
Vinny. Number 8,
Kyrie.
Kobe.
Kyrie doesn't wear number 8. Kobe's dead.
Whoa, dude.
Sorry.
Fuck.
People aren't listening anymore.
What's your
Football.
I have no idea.
Dude, I just.
Everything's blanking right
Lamar
now.
Jackson.
Okay.
Number 12, Lindor. Number 13, Acuna. Number 14, Kyle Hamilton. Who cares?
That does not count.
15, Jokic.
Jokic, yeah.
16, Man United. Spanish. Man City. Spanish.
Roger.
17.
De Bruyne.
Oh, I
Asian
played
guy?
baseball.
Oh, yeah, Shohei.
Shohei Ohtani.
That was terrible. I hope the camera got
That was
that.
so
Oh my
racist.
Dude,
gosh.
Andrew Santino's done it before. So,
Wait,
You're
was it
the
not a-
same person.
number 18. Oh, I'm the best wide receiver in the first 5
Jay
years ever.
Jettis.
Jay Jettis. Number 19. He's younger
Ron
than his number.
Artest.
Lamine Yamal.
Lamine Yamal. That's enough.
Yeah.
There's 49 of them. I'm not going to throw. That was my 2-minute
That's
throw. I
amazing.
thought you guys would
What's
do better.
41?
21?
41. Don't tell me that linebacker from the Eagles.
He's 44.
The linebacker from the Eagles.
Jaguars.
Oh,
Josh Hines.
No,
Allen.
I knew it.
I know you knew it. That's why I said it, because I wanted to piss you off. Yeah, there's a lot of good numbers here,
That's
actually.
cool. That's why you're the top 5.
I wish it was all time.
Yeah, that would
Curly
be fun.
playing, that threw me off.
No, 30s Curry, 32s
Oh, 30,
Carl
yeah,
Anthony
we did.
Towns,
Yeah.
34
Carl Anthony Towns is-
Antetokounmpo,
wow.
27 Guerrero Jr. He's good.
We probably should've got-
47.
Yeah.
Phil Foden.
Yeah. We probably should have got that one.
Was LeBron on? Who's number 6? Sorry, I forgot who number 6 was. Because
soccer player.
Joshua Kimmich.
Yeah.
so why don't we have him on? Because I guess
Because you
LeBron's
didn't say him and I skipped it.
LeBron's 23 is better than LeBron's 6.
No, because
that
he
what you're
currently
saying?
wears 23.
Mm.
All right, it's your 2-minute drill.
Okay. All right. So since I didn't prepare for one, but off the top of my head, this is a pretty cool
Oh, you
story.
think we prepared?
Yeah. So I was reading yesterday that, as you guys know, Bill Belichick is the head coach for the UNC Tar Heels football program, and they're doing pretty well. They're on day 2 of their spring practice. He was actually not their first choice. Did you know
Who?
that? He was not their
William
first choice.
Belichick.
Bill Belichick was not their first choice. Guess who their first choice was? I'll give you a hint.
Vance Joseph.
The man that
O'Brien.
No, the
Kelly.
man that basically ruined everybody's fantasy team that coached B. John Robinson his rookie year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Arthur Smith.
Dang. Wow.
Oh, that's what you did to me. You did to me.
When?
Payback. Just now.
What did I do?
Josh Hines Allen.
Oh, okay, you're right.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's just funny that they would pick that guy. I mean, he had an okay season with the Steelers as the O coordinator, but I think it's because his dad is his dad's like the CEO or
I have
the
no clue.
founder of he's the
didn't know that.
founder of FedEx. Yeah,
He got money.
he's a
Nepo baby.
Nepo baby
Nepo
for sure.
baby.
Actually, no, he actually could have went on and owned the
But he
company.
chose.
He chose to do video coordinator, intern, rise his way up. So just a fun fact
He
that
had an easy way out, bro.
yeah.
If this fails, bro, I'm
Yeah,
good.
I'm good, bro. I'm good. You're bad. But yeah, just funny how Bill Belichick was not their first choice, and they're acting like, oh yeah. But that was my 2-minute drill. I just thought that was a very funny thing to do. And Jessica, you can f off with that little thing. So
Yeah, I agree.
that was very rude.
Is it me or is that like 10 minutes long?
No, that's
Nah,
a
it's
beautifully
reasonable.
scripted
Yeah.
2-minute drill.
Did you see,
Alex,
though?
thank you for coming. I hope you
Yes.
come.
They're
Again.
practicing without any numbers on their jerseys or names. They're just like raw dogging it, bro.
Dude, what are we doing?
Because these
Be
kids think that their
dog.
number means everything to them. Now he's taking them away from them. So
You gotta earn
Humility.
it. You gotta earn
number.
it.
Jesus,
Yeah.
like,
and your number.
humble yourself.
Jessica, do you have your 2-minute drill?
If I had a mic, I did.
I think you did.
All right, I guess it's my turn. Thanks, Alex.
Anyway, no, I don't have a 2-minute drill.
I do have a 2-minute drill.
Oh, shit.
Not sure if it's been said. Anyway, the Thunder.
Mm-hmm. Oklahoma City.
Yeah,
Thunder.
that's it. I
Yeah,
Has
really,
not been
really,
said.
really,
Has
really
not
wanted
been
to say
said.
Oakland.
No, not Oakland. Not
Glad
just
you
white
didn't.
Oakland.
Glad you didn't.
OKC.
Mm-hmm.
Starting lineup averages an age of 24 years old,
Sheesh.
which is kind of crazy, right?
Yeah, super
And it
young.
was in comparison
So if
in
Adams
comparison
is
to-
playing in the NBA.
Auburn, which is
Adams Sandler.
23 years old, which makes sense. However, I will say
That's
there's
old as hell.
there's one player that's 25 on that
God
team.
damn.
But let's really focus on the NBA. Really young
Bro,
starting lineup.
he can run a rental vehicle. He old as hell.
Yeah, but the OKC Thunder just barely can. Or they can't.
They have,
On average, it can't.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
have,
My boy in college and he can rent a rental vehicle.
two 26-year-olds.
I actually lied.
a 25, 23, and then
lie.
22.
Prone to lie.
I'd be lying.
Yeah, and then for Auburn, there's one guy who's 25. I feel like that's kind of crazy.
What's his name?
Chad Baker Mazzara.
Clavius Latrell.
Jesus.
I am 20. I am 12.
Charles Barkley.
You're 12. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're still here, we appreciate it. That was episode 31. Any sign off? Music's playing right now, so don't feel you need to say anything.
Yeah. Happy spring training.
Happy spring training. Baseball is soon underway. We will make sure to discuss our way too early expectations for that season. But thank you, as always, for tuning in and sharing the bands with us. We will see you next week. See ya.
Okay, Joe.
Over.